A Birthday Present by Alfred Austin. Say what to please you would have me be. Then listen, dear. Fain would have you very fair to see and sweet to hear. Should have effort its form and face, with Dian's tread, and something of Minerva's lovely grace should crown your head. Summer should wonder in your voice, and spring gleam in your gaze. Pure fruits ripen in your heart would bring come autumn days. Yours should be winning ways that make love live and hair grow old, with ever something yet more sweet to give, which you withhold. You should have generous hopes that can beguile life's doubts and fears, and, ever waiting on your April smile, the gift of tears. You should be close to us as earth and sea, and yet as far as heaven itself, in sooth, I'd have you be just what you are. A Dream of England by Alfred Austin. I had a dream of England, wild and weird, the willows raven round her, track darkening and dwindling, blotted out the track, I flashed on her boat that scorched and searched. She, riffing in a ruin, rolled and reared, then headlong unto doom, that drove her back to welter on the waters, blind and black, a harmless hulk, a derelict unstirred. Wailing I woke, and through the dawn descried, thrown on the waves that threatened to overwhelm, the England of my dream, resplendent ride, armored wisdom, sovereign at the helm, performing foes of a future guide to wider empire, majestic real. A Farewell by Alfred Austin. Goodbye, old year, goodbye. Gently word to many as to me, and so we, meditating, sigh, since what have been will be, that you must die. Hearken the crumbling great church tower trolls the recording bell, the deeply sounding solemnizing kneel for your last hour. How quietly you die, a canonized saint, and put life by with less of struggle or complaint. You seem to feel no grief nor pain, and retrospection vain, as if departing you would have us known. It is not hard to go, since pang is none, but only peace and death, and life it is that suffereth. Close and clear comes the last slow knell, and on my lips for you awaits that final formula of fates, the low lamenting lingering word farewell. For you the curved baked sexton need not stir the mould, for there is nothing to enter, no worn enigment to doff, no bodily corruption to put off. Begotten of the earth and sun, and ending spirit-wise as you begun, you pass, in the memento of a mind, leaving no less behind. Hark, what is that we hear? A quick jogged peal, making the fretted church tower reel, telling the wakeful of a young new year, young but of lusty birth, to face the mass vicissitudes of earth. Let us then look not back, for smooth and partial was the track of the receding past, but through the vista vast of unknown future went the intrepid way, framed the content and cope with perils new by vanished yesterday, whose last bequest to men are love and faith and hope. A Farewell to Youth by Alfred Austin. That I say farewell to youth, and take the homely road that leads to life's decline, let me be sure again I shall not pine to taste the bliss you bid me to forsake. That spring's returning raptures will not wake, to late repentance rupturing me in, for the old sweets I pledged me to resign, behind them leave the bitterness of ache. It is the nothing of one's generous prime to bear me kindred company to the end, some passionate longing, some belief sublime, some wrong to right, some failure to befriend. Leave me but a wheeze, I cannot where I went, but down life's slope go hand in hand with time. A Last Request by Alfred Austin. Let not the roses lie too thickly tangled round my tomb, lest fleecy clouds that skim the summer sky, flinging the faint soft shadows, pass it by and know not our womb. And let not footsteps come to frequent round that nook of rest, should I, who knoweth, not be deaf for dumb, words idle pipe or bees bird's hum would suit me listening best. And pray you do not words provoke smile or sneer, but only crave, at least if they be true, be simple words, or some such, and as few, he whom he loved lies here. If you only could find out some quiet sequestered slope, where the girth behind with undeciduous wood, in front o'erlooks the ocean, then I should die with a calmer hope. If you will but so this last request of mine fulfill, I risk your debtor for the final throw, if I can but help you where, go be sure, fond friends, I will. A Meeting by Alfred Austin. Queen, widowed mother of a widowed child, whose ancient sorrow go forth to meet her newborn soul with paternal feet, and tearful eyes that oft on hers have smiled, will know your generous heart be now beguiled from its too lonely anguish as you greet her anguish, yet more cruel and complete, and through a woe with woe be reconciled. Oh, this may not be, and all the years of last, bereft of men, we with all to breathe, to bring slow solace to still lengthening grief, for loss of one of distance but in years. Surely to both will come some sad relief, shame, comfort of commingled tears. A Night in June by Alfred Austin. Lady, in this night of June, fair like thee and holy, art thou gazing at the moon that is rising slowly? I am gazing on her now, something tells me so and thou. Night I've been when thou and I side by side were sitting, watching on the moonlit sky, fleecy cloudlets flitting. Close our hands were linked then, when will they be linked again? Or to me the starlight still of the moonbeam splendor, if I do not feel the thrill of thy finger slender? Summer nights in vain are clear, the footsteps be not near. Roses slumbering in their sheaths o'er my threshold clamber, or honeysuckle wreaths its translucent amber round the gables of my home. How is it thou dost not come? If thou comest, rose on rose, from its sleep would waken, from each flower and leaf that blows, spices would be shaken, floating down from star and tree, dreamy perfumes welcome we. I would lead thee where the leaves in the moon rays glisten, and where shadows fall in sheaves we would lean and listen, of a song of that sweet bird that in April nights is heard. And when the very lids would close, and thy head was dropping, when like dew with steps arose, or the languor stopping, I would, till I woke, sigh, kiss the sweet lips silently. I would give thee all I own, all thou hast would woe, I from thee would keep alone fear and doubt and sorrow. All of tender that is mine should most tenderly be thine. Moonlight into other skies beseech the wonder, cruel was to mock mine eyes, idle was to squander, love's own light on this dark spot, for my lady cometh not. A November Note by Alfred Austin. Why, throstle, do you sing in this November haze? Singing for what? For whom? Deem you that it is spring, or with your lonely lace will stay the winter's gloom? Then did the bird reply, I sing because I know that spring will surely come. That is the reason why, though menaced by the snow, even now I am not dumb. But fewer they that hear, fewer still that feel the meaning of my song, till the note be clear, re-echoed be the peal, early and late and long. But you have heard and owned the sound of mine refrain, yet tentative and low. Thus, poet, be intoned for your own foreshadowing strain, trusting that some will know, and say, the greetings of spring wake winter from its bed. This is the self-same lay we overheard him sing, when dead hearts deemed him dead. A Poet's 18th Birthday by Alfred Austin. He died young whom the gods love, was said by Greek Menander, nor alone by one who gave the Greek his English song and sword, re-echoed as the saying, but likewise he, who uttered nothing base, and from whose brow by right divine the law lapses to yours. Great sire, great successor, and verse confirmed the avowal of the morning star of song. Happy is he that dieth in his flower. It cannot be that it is gain, not loss, to cut the pageant of his life before the heart hath learned its meaning, leave half seen, half felt, and not yet understood. The beauty and the bounty of the world, the fertile waywardness of wanton spring, summer's deep calm, the modulated joy of autumn conscious of a task fulfilled, and home abiding winter's pregnant sleep, the secret of the seasons, gain to leave the depths of love unfathomed, its heights unscaled, rapture and war unreconciled, and pain unprized, unapprehended. This is loss, not gain, sheer fortified of good, its banishment from Eden, though its fruit remains untasted. Interpreted then the oracle, he is young whom the gods love, the song infallible hath so pronounced, whilst interpreted, the favourites of the gods die young, for they grow not old with grief and deadening time, but still keep April moisture in their heart, makes music in their ears. Their voice revives, rejuvenates the wintry world, flushes the veins of gnarled and knotted age, and crowns the majesty of life with leaves as green as other saplings. Thrice happy poet, to have thus renewed your youth of wisdom, who, while life still seems to your fresh gaze as frolic and as fair, and the callow season when your heart was but the horn and pairing place and nest of Nightingale and Cuckoo, have enriched joy's inexperience warbling with a note of mellow music, and whose mind mature, laden with life-sustaining lessons, still gleams bright of hope, even as I saw today an April rainbow span the August cone. Long may your green maturity maintain its universal season, your voice a household sound be heard about our hearts, now as a Christmas carol, now as the glee of vernal maypole, now as a harvest song. And when, like light withdrawn from earth to heaven, your glorious gloaming fades into the sky, we looking upward should behold you there, shining amid the young unaging stars. Portrait by Alfred Austin. And friends grown faithless of a fickle throng, withdrawing from my life a love lent, breathed in my heart disdainful discontent, and set in sunshine with a sense of wrong, my forgetting to be wise and strong, nor my own endearment to intend, to myself make musical lament, and lullaby my pain with plaintive song. When I gaze upon this face august, her gift, who seated on earth's loveliest throne, for others real holds half a world in trust, pondering on cars of empire all alone, I then rebuked, remember to be just, think of her griefs and quite forget my own. A Question by Alfred Austin. Love, wilt thou love me still? The nimble streak steals on the tresses of autumnal brow. If pale rose hath perished in my cheek, and those are wrinkles that the dimples know. Wilt thou, when this fond arm that heard that twine round thy dear neck to help thee in thy need, Love's fain and fable, have need of thine, be then my prop and not a broken reed? Thou canst only glean along the past, and garner in the heart what time doth leave. Or wilt thou when to me love clinch as fast as nest of April to December eve? And when my beauty dwindles, decays, still warm we with the embers of my gaze? A Question Answered by Alfred Austin. I saw the lark at break of day rise from its dewy bed, and wings of melody away circle to heaven overhead. I watched higher and higher soar, ceasing not to trill, though I could descry no more its flight, I heard it still. But shortly quivered back its note, and hovering into sight, I saw it, homeward sinking, float o'er its nest of night. Tell me, I cried, glad songster, why you privileged went up to the blue and boundless sky, where only wings are skinned, full into heaven to look and gaze, with our thoughts aspire, and unrebuked terrestrial lays blend with celestial choir, why you was welcome to the height of minstrelsy and mirth, pavilioned high from mortal sight, come back again to earth. When shocked the lark again its wings, and fluttering into its bed, deep bosomed in the grassy floor, in rippling answer said, "'Tis joy to mount, alone aloft into the ever clear, and whence look down on garth and croft of red-roofed hamlets here, to sing my song through endless space, towering above, while mortals watch with upturned face of longing and of love. When for a while unseen to pass through unsubstantial doom, but travel back to tangled grass, not heaven the former home. Tell me when I skyward sing, am I like to you, that on imagination's wings strain sometimes out of view into the radiant realms untrod, song can only descry, and will you join by grace of God, angelic company, yet sink down the firmament back to life's dearth and dole, knowing full well that song was sent to comfort and console. A Shakespeare Memorial by Alfred Austin. Why should we lodge in marble or in bronze, spirits more vast than earth or sea or sky? Why is the silent worshipper that cons the words for wisdom that will never die? And if the favourite of a passing hour erect a statue and parade the bust, and on decisive time will slowly shower oblivion's refuse and disdainful dust. The monarchs of a mind, self-sceptred kings, need no memento to transmit their name. Frowning the thoughts and high imaginings, we are the lords, not sycophants of fame. Raise pedestrians to perishable stuff, gods for themselves are monuments enough. Sleepless Night by Alfred Austin. In the hollow silence of the night I lay awake and listened. I could hear planet with punctual planet shimmering clear, and unto stars stagger dancing aright. Nor these alone, cloistered from their feigning sight, all the things that are, made music to my ear. Hushed woods, damp caves, many a soundless murmur of arctic mains and wretched sleep looked tight. And ever with this chant from shore and sea, from singing constellation humming athwart, and life through time stops, blowing voracious,ly, a melancholy undertone was wrought. From its boundless prison house I caught the awful veil of lone eternity. A Soulless Singer by Alfred Austin. Hail, throstled by a ringing voice descried, by wanderings of a tuneless wing, and once again the focal boughs divide, lost in green leaf age that dost perch and sing, trilling, shrilling far and wide. It is spring! The mations peer along of a rosy dawn, and fold its hull and burgeons into light. It sees the vespers till from darkling lawn the silent shadows steal away in flight. The starlit tent is drawn round the night. It is in heaven, amid of the earth, runs the outvoice, outnumber all the nine. What is the secret of thy madcap mirth? Wilt thou not tell it me and make it mine? What is all my singing worth matched with wine? If feetless mortals only understood with the prerogatives of real renown, hearing we marble in unbreakable wood on the dinglets of a rolling down, it is thou, not I, which should wear the crown. Perchance more deep and more divine the insufficiency of my poor strain. One single solitary note is wine, weak for the hardly be, yet I have twain, draws all thy song of mine, half as pain. Woe with thy carol flatterers we hear, and when it frolics into happy bloom, only with notes hast thou with it gently clear, where with their faultlessness can banish gloom from its cradle, I adhere for its tomb. Both with blossom, bud, and baby leaf, heartless of voters revel and rejoice, for seest so in the pens of leaf lacquers for all the minstrelsy voice. There are seasons when sweet grief is our choice. So throstle be the very voice of spring, and bring back rapture to the ringing bowl. Of all life's chords, joy is bleeding string, happiness is much, but not the whole. Leave it then to me to sing to the soul. The Twilight Song by Alfred Austin. Why, rapturous bird, Shades of night, muffled leaves swell forlorn, sings 'twas still with all the might, as though 'twere noon, as though twere dawn. Silent darkens on vale and hill, but thou unseen art singing still. 'Tis because thou in dusky bower with love delighted still thou art, thou for deepening twilight power to lay a curfew on the heart. For lovest and loving dost prolong the sense of sunlight with a song. Thus may love's rapture haunt me still, when life's full radiance fadeth slow along the faltering rest, and with a melody my afterglow, and something of song's morning might linger to make you doubt this night. A voice from the west by Alfred Austin. What is the voice I hear on the wind of the western sea? Sentinel, listen from out Cape Clear, and say what the voice may be. 'Tis proud, free people calling loud to people proud and free. And it says to them, kinsmen hail, who served have been too long, and let's have done with the worn-out tale, and tale of an ancient wrong. And our friendship last long as love doth last, and be stronger than death is strong. Answer them, sons of a self-same race, and blood of a self-same clan. Let us speak of each other face to face, and answer man to man, and loyally love and trust each other, as none but free men can. So flinch them out of the breeze, shamrock, thistle, and rose, and with star-spangled banner and further feast, a message to friends and foes. Wherever the shades of peace are seen, wherever the war wind blows, a message to bond and frail to wake, for wherever we come we twain, the throne of the tyrant shall rock and quake, and his menace be void in vain. For you are lords of strong, young land, and we are lords of the main. Yes, with the voice of the bluff March gale, we served have been too long. But now we have done with the worn-out tale and the tale of an ancient wrong. Our friendship shall last long as love doth last, and be stronger when death is strong. A Wild Rose by Alfred Austin. A first wild rose in a wayside hedge, this year a wandering sea, I pluck and send it as a pledge, my own wild rose to be. When we gaze first met thy gaze, and were knee-deep in June, the nights were only dreamer days, and all the hours in tune. I found thee like the eglantine, sweet, simple, and apart, and from that hour thy smile hath been the flower that scans my heart. And ever since when tendrils graced young corpse I whispered bold, with rosebuds straight I see thy face and gaze into thy soul. A nature but of love thou art, where, gazing down I view, deep hidden in thy fragrant heart, and with heavenly dew. Go, wild rose, to my wild rose dear, bid her come soft and soon. I would that she were always here, it then were always June. A Wintry Picture by Alfred Austin. Now over the bare sky spans the landscape bare, up long brown follows creep the slow brown team, scattering the seed corn that must sleep and dream till the spring's carillon awakened there, ruffling the tangles of his thicket hair, the stripling yokel steadies now the beam. Now strides erect with shakes that glow and gleam, and whistles steadily to the spacious air. Lured onward to the distance dim and blear, the rod crowds vary for travelled miles. The kin stand cowering on unmoving fields, the shrew mouse rustles through the barken sere, and the sculptured woodlands leafless aisles, whereon chants the whispers of the hear. Alea Jacta by Alfred Austin. Dearest, I know thee wise and good, beloved by all the best, a fancy like a fervent spear, a judgment proof against rage or fear, hard from through many a stormy year, conscious calm and rest. I shall let my wayward feet cross the fair threshold of a life, my hopes and cares of little worth drag down the heavenlier paths to earth, and like strange discord marrying mirth to the sweet south of strife. But though such fears will cloud my brain, aye, though stern time their truth should prove, yet none the less I bid thee take my life into thine own, forsake the high heart, bid it beat and break like mine, but like mine love. An April Love by Alfred Austin. Nay, be not June, nor yet December, dear, April always, as I find thee know. A constant freshness unto me be woe, and of the ripeness that must soon be sere. Why should I beat time's dupe and wish more near the sobbing harvest of vernal woe? I am content to still across thy brow, returning smile chase transitory tear. When scatter thy April heart in sunny showers, I crave no summer drought, no winter sleet. As springly fickles the woe be as sweet, far-kept promise tantalized the hours, and love's frolic hands and woodland feet fill high the lap of life with building flowers. An Autumn Blooming Rose by Alfred Austin. I found and plucked an autumn blooming rose, and shut my eyes and scanned all it saith. Below is in the month the blackthorn blows, lambs again to bleat, and murden lark to quiver. Flower of my life, inestimable dear, now that its calendar wanes sere and sober, to me your freshness, turning back the year, makes what seem April lovers call October. With me 'tis autumn, with you 'tis spring, but love hath brought these seasons sweet together. In your leafy life I sit and sing, and you with me share wealth of harvest weather. With all things we exchange and nothing lose. Take your life's wisdom, lend to me life's sweetness. Your venal voice shall let my mellow muse, and song of youth, and youth of song completeness. An autumn home ye leave, Alfred Austin. Here let us sit beneath this oak, to hear the acorns fitfully fall one by one, final harvest of the fading year, as summer eves and autumn days are done. The orchard row stands desolate and bare, even the mellow quinces gathered now, for yields the sickle took a share, and lonely trunks stretch out the leafless bore. Was wains the body of the mind decays, and from heart the vernal sap still flows, a warm within, on short-lived winter days, the so clear lambent flickeringly glows. So we one with nature, and the round of seasonable change, in the some type profound. An autumn picture by Alfred Austin. Now round red roofs stand in russet stacks error, homes from leaning in the stubble wheat, high overhead the harsh rock sail of slow, and coupless acorns crackle beneath your feet. No breeze, no breath, where the host, whence the faint smoke floats fragrantly away. At the distance, the half-hazy woods glow the bare glory of decay. Vainly the brambles strive to wrap their hedge, whose leafless gaps show many an empty nest, till poos stagnates around the sedge to sedge, and as the sunset sends in the west, funeral mist comes creeping down the pale air withered autumn weeps behind the veil. Any poet at any time by Alfred Austin. Time was supreme and inexorable judge, whom none can bribe and none can overawe, who under party rancour, private grudge, calmly composeth equitable law, for whom advocacy vainly strives to make the better courses seem the worse, to the tribunal when our jangling lives are hushed, I leave the verdict of my verse. Irrevocable then, wilt thou proclaim what should have been, what now must be ever, if with oblivion perish my name, shine aloft in mighty company. I to my kind offering of my poor best remit to time's undetermined rest. Es dies the by Alfred Austin. The old year knocks at the farmhouse door. October, come with your matron gaze, the fruit you are storing for winter days. Woven up on the granary floor, and the straw lies fresh and the corn stands heaped. Let him eat of the bread he reaped. He is feeble and faint and can work no more. Weaker he warneth and weaker yet. November, show your harvest down. Chestnut, mast, and acorn brown, for you here labored, so pay the debt. Making a pallet, he cannot speak, the pillar of moss for his pale-pinched cheek, with your golden leaves for coverlet. He's numb to touch, he's deaf to call. December, high with muffled tread, and gazed on the year, for the years dead over him cast the one white pall. Take down the mattock and ply the spade, and deep in the clay let his clay be laid, and snowflakes fall at his funeral. Thus may I die, since it must be my wage well earned and my work days done, and the seasons following one by one to the slow sweet, and that the wise foresee. Fed from the stir of my ripened sheaves, laid to rest in my fallen leaves, and with snow-white souls to weep for me. At her grave, by Alfred Austin. Low ye among the rest to sleep, is one of difference word, twixt them and you more wide, more deep, that such a fondness loves to keep around each love's sepulchre. Yet they but human you divine, warmed by that heavenly breath, which, while the lights decline, like a lamp before nocturnal shine, still burneth after death. Is here in tusking soil your life, tusking turf above, lifting silent spires on high, suppressed remind the sky of the city of your love. And you did grow so like to her vein you dwelt so long, your thoughts, like a May roses, were untrained, unchecked, but how stir, oh how sweet with song. Poet of Olympian mien, his frenzied of control, gazing on the dread unseen, keep mind majestic, will serene and adamant in soul. He saved the wisdom sternly rue, as but the sport of fate, and glided through pain. But you, a poet and a woman too, the burden was too great. So you laid it down, and here, oblivious of life's load, quiet to sleep through all the year, young spring, state summer, autumn sea, and winter's icy goad. The swallows are freshly on the wing, and April's sun rejoice. The nightingales and keesing sing. Yes, spring brings back the bird of spring, but not, alas, your voice. So around your sleep I soft let fall frail embrace of regret, the lonely windflower, tulip tall, the iris mantling wayside wall, and weeping violet. The votive flowers today will blow, tomorrow be decayed. Though long sung from sight, I know the glow of your afterglow will never wholly fade. As will tease, by Alfred Austin. Behind the curtain with glance uncertain, peeps pet Florence, sagely right, half demurely, but though purely, most surely, wishing she were riding by my side. Leafy Alice, where sunlight dallies, pleasant were I, bonny, to be riding rein by rein. And where summer tosses all about in bosses, the verdant mosses, still more pleasant surely to dismount us and remain. Over beauty, hanging ripe and fruity, at muslin lattice and dropping eve, whisper from the casement, at the blushing effacement, at the cottage basement gallant, hold, I come to thee, I come to never leave. But if those coy lashes stir, for whoso dashes past the scanted window in the fading light, close the lattice sweetest, darkness will discreetest, and with bridal fleetest, I go onwards, unattended through the night. Awake, awake, Belford Austin. Awake, awake, for the springtime's sake, much devilled it's too long dreaming, the lark sign with special sky, and the children's stars are gleaming. Ghosts ablaze in woodlands brace, as purple as August heather, buds and fern and mavis and myrrh, all singing duets together. In village run first one by one, the mead and the swirling river, and on out peeping roots the sun god shoots, and shafts of his golden quiver. The hazel copse of thrush never stops, till the musical word seems ringing, the milk-maid hail, as she carries her pail, goes home to the dairy singing. And the swain and the sweet in the love lanes meet, and welcome and face each other, till he folds her charms in his world-wide arms, with kisses of blind and smother. The daffodils come, aflame in orchard and garth and cover, and out April leap first smiled, then wept, and longed for her May-day lover. Beatrice, Belford Austin. She came into the April air and passed across the silver lawn. Blithe was her voice, her brow was bare, and ripe from her radiant hair, the glowing glory of the dawn. A footfall scared no doe nor fawn, nor timid songs to cease to sing, but wheresoever she strayed or stood, her maiden coming seemed to bring a wider wonder to the wood, and more of magic to the spring. When June is frowned, and round her blows rambling briar and lily tower, I saw watch the buds unclose herself the loveliest rose, and steadiest lily of them all. Brooklet's fluting cook's call was scarcely heard, for trembled near, and felt wheresoever she strayed, that note more deep, that voice more dear, would lures to love the listening make, from harvest fondness, harvest fear. Among the roses of ripened sheaves, and orchard harvest golden red, the tapestry that autumn weaves, of fallen fruit and fading leaves, pens she paced with matron cheat. Low was the voice, but all she said seemed strangely true and deeply wise. Mute your offerings gave her drone to gaze into her tranquil eyes, and listen to the sacred sound of mellow words and meek replies. Now by the wintry hearth she sits, grey guardian of a household fire, who tells the future as she knits, when back her loving memory flits to bygone days and their desire. And in her fingers seem to tire, the very sense to drop its wing, and though gaze half Himmler groan, and now she watched children sing, she sees the lamp for the throne and hears the angels chanting. Because I failed shall I spurse the end, Belford Austin. Because I failed shall I spurse the end, with scorn or doubt my failure to excuse. Gainst arduous tooth my feeble falseness use, like that worse foe, a vain, splenetic friend, deems foe self-amorous fool, the high will bend, if it were utmost statue prove too small. Though foe be dwarf, some otherwise more tall, the end is fixed, half have, the means the meant. Failures but carve a pathway to success, of forces many so aim be one. Foremost drop on, those behind must press, whose boots my doings so the dead be done. Let my poor body lie bent for bridge, a clump and fill, who stand on me will reach. Before, behind and beyond, by Belford Austin. Of sunny days before us, before us, before us, when all was bright from height to height, and the heavens were shining hours. Sound and scan the vision blend, winged hope, perch and content, joys that came and ills that went, seeming, singing all in chorus. Our drear days behind us, behind us, behind us, when all is dark and care and cark, transient gleams remind us of fruitless sighs, averted eyes, baffled hopes and loosened ties, pain that lingers, time that flies, and the hot tears come and blind us. Oh, is there not beyond us, beyond us, beyond us, when all the dead, the changing, the fled, will rise, and look as fond as if faith put out, and love is rode, foes via friends without peer and cure, make us stopped, hoc tolerare pondus? Beyond the pastures withered bends, Belford Austin. Beyond the pastures withered bends, upstanding hop, recumbent fleece, and sheaves of wheat like withered tents that twilight the wars of peace. Burns that you of Irvine, Belford Austin. Yes, let this place be there, where the lone moorland gazes on the sea, nor no silent street nor pompous square, so that he again may be from contaminations free, as pedestrian the plain is carried by the air. Valley for more alone, too much, too long he heard of his king, lured by the frolic phantoms that dethrone honest art and only mind. Phantoms that besot and blind, leave trouble so to suffer and atone. Sit stain and broil, have his rustic memory reclaim, leading him back, strange suckling of his soil, homeward, with forgiving fame, where around his shriving name a halloo wind, should time not trove itself to spoil. Quickly the poet learns, little will the alien world can teach, and he, if wise, to solitude returns, communing on bra and breach, without oceans of rhythmic speech, message of wandering winds, or of mountain burns. 'Tis there that nature fails his brooding harm of all he needs to know, moan of a main rapture of rills, so that, with a joy of war, fire as verse, it still may glow clear as heaven-fed streams and song as are hills. By the Fates, by Alfred Austin. By the fates that have fastened our life, by the distance that holds us apart, by our passion, its sweetness, its strife, by the longing and ache of the heart, by our meeting, our parting, our pain, then meeting and parting our hour, take me hence to where once I have laid, I die of despair and disdain, I implore. 'Tis in vain that you bid me be calm, can't we bridle our pulses at will, is fasting for hunger a balm, can emptiness fill? Shall I wait till I shrivel the fire, till I perish of parching and thirst, shall I make of my passion a pyre, a mouth of bedrawn desire die accursed? Appeal to the hills which beheld the dawning, the day of our love, to the moon when our bosoms first swelled with its birth that watched fondly above, to the cities surpassingly fair, to the revel of rapture divine that flooded the earth and the air when our mutinous secret lay bare. Am I thine? Believe me to feign and to fall, plunge me back on the slaughter of this pound. Shall I be to earth's darkness a fur, when I see whole heaven beyond? Shall you who might waken my shell, consign it to silence and shame, and justice to know its skin to swell, with your hands smite the cords spell all its fame? This is your bidding or doom, together and break we our chains. Has hope there is rest in the tomb, then in life naught but anguish remains. If love be but one torment more, come in the gulf or the glaive. Has lived for delirium once hour, just once, and the comfort explore of a grave. Q.E. by Alfred Austin. When the forborner mano cometh at break of day, knocketh at terzo piano, el voice answers Q.E. I the faccino, waiting the bounty of Carale. She dropped the pole through the grating and silently steals away. When with a long, low mumble of lips that appear to pray, I come with a knock's humble, the voice answers Q.E. I, the poor monk, just a little she opens, but naught of say, gives by ocular victual, and silently steals away. And then with the shadows longer stretch half of the way, there cometh a knock much stronger, the voice answers Kie. And when I answer here, the bolts nor bears delay, but with a wild whisper, adieu, we kiss and we steal away. Church door should still stand open by Alfred Austin. Church doors should still stand open night and day, open to all who come for praise or prayer, laden with gift of love or load of care, nimbuses with gold or flecked with locks of grey. Mother, or snow-white bride, or pennant clay, the blithe, the sad, the uncomely as the fair, each on its secret errand wending where, nor even the mighty and strong be turned away. And so the poet's heart should ever be portion of joy and welcome our foe, that makes the deaf to hear, the blind to see, open confessional for high and low, and unshut shrine where all may come and go, where the tears in enriched sanctuary. Content written of Ithaca by Alfred Austin. I could not find the little maid content, so out I rushed, and sought her far and wide, but not their pleasure I each new fancy tried, heeding the maze of reeling merriment, nor where with restless eyes and bow half bent, laugh on a break of sweet briars smiled and sighed, nor yet the fame toward, crowded and glorified, found I her face, wheresoever I went. So homeward back I crawled like a wounded bird, with low content stayed spinning at my door, and I asked her where she was before. Here all the time, she said, never stirred her eager in your search, you passed me o'er, of what called you neither saw nor heard. Could I but leave men wiser by my song, by Alfred Austin. Could I but leave men wiser by my song, and somewhat happier in their little day, wean them from things that lure but to betray, make the harsh gentle and the feeble strong, shunning the past where pride and folly throng, would I carol over lifelong day, and as the golden sunset worn to grey, with whisper voice my twilight hour prolong. Nor will hear me heedlessly, or pass with hurrying steps to Pomp's ambitious strife, left shine and disappointment drive, and shadows fleeting as one's breath on glass, still foil defeat and baffled hopes, alas, lost in the long vain labyrinth of life. Covet with the Patronage of Kings by Alfred Austin. Covet with the Patronage of Kings, and pompous titles emperors bestow, splendor and revelry and all that brings, a thousand bitter thoughts, a world of woe, a meadow glistening in an April shower, a greenbait rivulet and near his nest, a blackguard caroling in cold bower, the sweets that soothe and satisfy the breast. Dead by Alfred Austin. Hush, when you wake her, softly treat. She slumbers in her little bed. What do I see? Coffin, dead? Yes, dead at break of morning. No, it cannot be. No, they can awake her. See, she only plays at sleep. On me, kiss me, for this morning. Look, pretty look, within the forest, snarls and twists in the lie-boat. You clutch with a shout, live the birds of morning. Used to clap your hands with glee when I brought flowers. It's for me. Now you never scant nor see me since buds of morning. You could know me, pet. Speak. There's no answer in the cheek. Find her now, where shall I seek? Seek in vanished morning. What can I do to make her heed? Her crying love I am indeed. Your eyes see, to tease me all the morning. Look, we will sail forth and play, ramble, and never ask her way. Lest the stars all put away as fall upon the morning. Do all that you desire, and never tire of romping with you by the fire. It's a longer morning. Vivid tales of told before, I'm telling you, darling, hour and hour, never should be bedtime more. When you were awake this morning, I don't ask you to sit still. You should be naughty when you will. You should spike my ink and spoil my quill and squander all my morning. As it is not cheating, quite she lies from face to feet. Smile no sign, no hue, no heat, no earnest of the morning. Right to sheet above her head. So like it's so dead, no, not dead. The angels moving round the bed, key to him the morning. Farewell, by Alfred Austin. Farewell, brief with wondered prayer. Oh, what countless leagues divide our gaze, or grasp, shall not hear my soul, my spirit from thy side. Waking or sleeping, both should own, my who was around thee still, and thou deemst thyself alone, my whisper shall the silence fill. And as in summer's ardent days, the sun withdraws not all his light, but long past setting twilight rays lingering illume half a night. So shall our love's enduring glow, for lonely hours its radiance pour, our dark lot some comfort throw, till we blend and burn once more. Farewell to Italy, by Alfred Austin. Incomparable Italy, farewell. Tears not unmanly trespass to the eyes, from a soft touch and glance and spectacle compelling to turn in sapphire skies. E'en leafy the maternal vine under the weight of clustering fruitage bends, and the plum thick, beyond where tendrils twine, shows greener, moister as the sapphire cans. Now return as I most surely will, me will salute the first dispelling grape, purple opal, when noon is still, the snow-cold fruit provoke permitted rape. Even, dear land, flourish her fortune so, which, formed, it only interval to grow. Father, farewell, be not distressed, by Alfred Austin. Father, farewell, be not distressed, and take my vow ere I depart, to found a convent in my breast, and keep a cloister in my heart. Felix Opportunitate Mortis, by Alfred Austin. Excellor Caesar, death hath solved thy doubt, made thee certain of thy changeless fate, and thou no more hast verily to wait, straining to catch a people's tearing shout, that from unrestful rest would drag thee out, and push thee to those pinnacles of state, round which from courtly laughs and courted hate, civility's applause and envy's flaught. Twice happy boy, were cut off in thy flower, the timeless doom of all thy races mine, saved from the sad alternative, to pine for heights unreached, or icily to tower, like Alpine crests, that only splashes shine, and glitter on the lonely peak of power. Forgiveness, by Alfred Austin. Now with the dead year's conflicts dead, and the fresh days let all begin anew. With longer mid-shivered leaf-drift street, the buds are swelling, flower shafts peeping through. Seen through the mist of the vanished years, how dry will seem the struggle and the groan, how vain past voids and reconciling tears course down the channel worn their vanished throne. A few mean half-bitterness they speak, words more than feelings keep us still apart, and in the heat of passion or of pique, the tongue is far more cruel than the heart. Its love alone makes it worth a while to live, and all be now forgiven and forgive. Free, by Alfred Austin. Joy, free at last, vulgar thrall, no longer let my voice be dumb, a quicker far than thou canst call, O Italy, I come, to feel me the adopted there of art and nature that then blend, in days of trouble, rooted care, and these that bring content. To know the world is not a mart, the soul and lacquer life of shame, will scare the past, allay it smart, almost annual the blame. And they with all these makeshift toys, provisioned for heart and sense, which kept the useful like repose against sheer indifference. 'Twas well enough, whilst ill at ease, to parley with each passing whim, which through accredited to please, was pleasure's pseudonym. And if one pleasure lure me still, just one, I scarcely can but think, 'twere wisdom not to linger till it, like the rest, be rank. Bear me, rough breakers, swiftly on, yield, mist-wrapped mountains passage through, I fret, I feather, to be gone to skies and waters blue. We are loosed from trammels, one may still complete the functions fettered here, heart, unsupported, unbiased, will, and intellect sincere. My senses with my spirit meet to earth me from this northern soil, a stealthy wind has ambushed lead, swooping autumnal spoil. The sickle half performed its work, the storm gusts sweep the aspens bare, carrying clouds and shadows murk, Covet's hurdened air. No swallow circles around the roof, no chirp streams the dripping shed, where the gabbets of frown reproof, why not already fled? I fly, deck forms the landscape bare, and dismayed the robbed of every spell, frivolities no longer fair, ye bubbles all, farewell. Free will and fate, by Alfred Austin. You asked me why I envy not the monarch on his throne. It is that I myself have got a kingdom of my own, kingdom by free will divine, made inalienable mine, where over motions blind and brute I live and reign supreme, a sovereign absolute. Ebbing and flowing as the seas, and surging but to drown, think you that I will pass to these my sceptre and my crown? And rebel passions give empire and prerogative? They are attendants in my train, to come when I command, and crouch as I ordain. It will be long succession be, not arbit of fate, assail its majesty, and see if it doth abdicate. Chains that to the body bind cannot manacle the mind. What fetters may the heart control, of return live that can enslave a soul? In spring the linnets lift the voice to praise the Lord and bless. They are thus punctual of choice, destining waywardness. Throughout earth and sky and sea, laws loving liberty, that could but will not go astray, and free will to rebel, delight to obey. And spirit of one cased in clay, to senses grovelling mood, accepteth not befall what may, ignoble servitude. And a rushed talk, till the flame turns surge and scorch, calmly the mouth mounts a pyre, and smiles amid the smoke and praise about the fire. Nor is it fate directs the waves, dominates the wind, they are God's servants, not his slaves, and they surmise his mind. If the planets walk aright, through the dim and trackless night, nor the true path they ever miss, no yet is because the will is one with his. What is it rules thy singing season? What is it rules thy singing season? Instinct, the diviner reason, to which the wish to know seemeth a sort of treason. Why dost thou ever cease to sing? Sing is such a sweet comfort too, if we could sing the whole year through, a bardic for anything. Give me a roof where wisdom dwells, by Alfred Austin. Give me a roof where wisdom dwells, where honeysuckle smiles and smells, and bleating flocks and loving kin, an honest welcome always mine, a homely draught, a humble meal, leisure to live, to think, to feel, and a plot, a prospect wide, a patch upon the mountain side. Of these my heart you will not wean, for fashion's tinsel, splendor sheen, the sceptre's favour, senate's prize, no, nor the empire of our eyes. Farewell, well I be your own, and I would scale the heights alone. Give me October's meditative haze, by Alfred Austin. Give me October's meditative haze, it scores my mornings, dew-wimpled eves, dewy and fragrant, fragrant and secure, the long-lost sound of farmwood wending wains, when homely love subs quiet mid sheaves, a sickle at his side, all is peace, peace and plump fruitfulness. Give me the heart, by Alfred Austin. Give me the heart, I leave thee mine, but oh, till next our pulses meet, may my fond spirit round thee shine, absorb thy soul and guide thy feet, when no more my passion pine, my bosom idly beat. Have I pledged you take it back, ever for moment of woe, in sweet resolve shouldst prove less slack than I at parting leave thee know. Love's steady light must mark our track, and not a flittering woe. But if, then, past this parting ache, I gaze upon thy face once more, thou still love's burning thirst would slake, still to love's topmost heights would soar, or then my life's full tide should break on thee as on its shore. Gleaners of Fame, by Alfred Austin. Hearken not, friends, to the resounding din, which the poet's verses once acclaim. They are but gleaners in the field of fame, whence the main harvest hath been gathered in. Sheaves of glory you are fain to win, long since restored round many a household name. Reapers of the past, time became, and brought to end what none can now begin. Yet in the stubbles of renown, 'tis right to stop and gather the remaining years, carry homeward in the warning light what hath been left us by our happier peers. So that before what may we be not quiet, famished of honour in the far-off years. Go away, death, by Alfred Austin. Go away, death, I've come too soon. To sunshine and song are but just awakened, the dew on my heart is undried and unshaken, come back at noon. Go away, death, when a short reprieve, the mists of morning have vanished, a homeful world bright with wonder, and feeleth my home, come back at eve. Go away, death, see, it still is light, over earth broods the quiet more blissful than glee, and the beauty of sadness lies low on the sea, come back at night. Come to me, death, and no more would stay, the night all have silence of a limited lark, and the wailing of wisdom sounds sad in the dark, take me away. Good night, by Alfred Austin. Good night. The dwindle wan and low the embers of the afterglow, and slowly over leaf and lawn is twilight's dewy curtain drawn. The slouching vixen leaves her lair, and prowling sniffs the telltale air. The frogs croak louder, and the thick under the trees seem dark alike. Bees drowsing in the combe, sharded beetle half gone home. Good night. Good night. The hawk is in her nest, and the last rook hath dropped to rest. There is no hum, no chirp, no bleat, no rustle in the meadow sweet. Woodbine somewhere out of sight sweetens the loneliness of night. The sister star, at once the seven, mourn for the missing maid in heaven. The poppy's fair frail petals close, the yet more languid grows, and dewy dreamy drops the rose. Good night. Good night, caressing and caressed, the moist babe warms its mother's breast. Silent and rustic lumen left, with life's quiet as the swath. Woodry blinks and covered shed, her yokeless to bed. Coffee warm beneath the wing, and sleep and foldeth everything. Forsaken love, its last year shed, on the lone pillow lays its head, and all our woes are respited. Good night. Henry Bartle, Edward Frere, by Alfred Austin. Bent down and read the birth, the death, the name. Born the year that Waterloo was won, and died in this, whose days are not yet run, but which, because ye conceived in shame, no noble need the Christian noble claim. And yet this dead man, England was thy son, at his grave you ask what had be done, bred to be famous, to be foiled of fame. Be the reply his epitaph, that he in years of youth the unyielding spirit bore, he got from thee, and thou hast got no more, and that it is a bane and bar to be a child of thine, and of the adventurous sea, or vainly beckons to a shrinking shore. Wherefore, great soul, within your marble bed, sleep sound, nor hear the useless tears we weep. Why should you wake when England is asleep, or care to live since England now is dead? Forbidden are the steps where glory led, no more from foul danger of the deep we harvest greatness. To our hearts we creep, count and recount our coin, and nurse our dread. With sophist's craft have crowned a prosperous trade, and womanish tribunes hush the manly drum. Where the fear of empire strikes us numb, fumbling with pens who brandished once the blade. Therefore, great soul, sleep sound where you are laid, blessed in being deaf and honor now is dumb. Here have I learned the little that I know, by Alfred Austin. Here have I learned the little that I know. Here in these untutored woodland ways, the primrose, all unconscious of our praise, dimpled and daintily coverlet of the snow, March's firstborn, and still averse to go, what rosy-lidded dallies and dallies, when, dawning through the bluebell's heavenly haze, June into full midsummer broadeneth slow. Forgive me, friend, that these mean more to me, imbue my being with deeper lore, come near to my heart and struck me more, and what I am and what I fain would be, even when Seven's summit Orsh can soar, or Tiber curving twainly to the sea. Here the wine and thick Bask hand in hand, by Alfred Austin. Here the wine and thick Bask hand in hand, and what lizard lies along the wall, blinded I shrink where suppressed shadows fall, and gaze upon the far of mountains blend. When down the dusty track Lorenzi planned, watch a slow oxen oscillating crawl, sleek in the sultry glare, and feel the fall half alien still in the familiar land. But when from out the stone pine slopes that rise in the clear air, black against the blue the cuckoo suddenly calls, I close my eyes in visionary rapture, think of you, hear home music of your Kentish skies, and dream that I am drenched with English dew. Chide not all the seasons, by Alfred Austin. Chide not all the seasons, for if spring with backward look refuses to be fair, my love still more than April makes me sing, and shows me blossom in the bleak March air. Should summer fail its tryst, or June delayed, I rev my pork with roses red and pale, her breath sweeter than the new mown hay, her touch more clinching than the woodbine's trail. At autumn, like a spendthrift waste the year, and reap no harvest save the fallen leaves, my love still ripeneth, for she grows not, sir, and smiles and frowns upon our pilled-up sheaves, and last, when miser winter dogs the days, she warms my hearth and keeps my hopes ablaze. If I to you but sorrow bring, by Alfred Austin. If I to you but sorrow bring, by aching hours and brackish tears, and the poor dropping hope whose wing flicks neath the weight of clodging fears, let me in the desert hide this fatal gift, this feverish breast, Or better neath sounding tide be hushed and evermore at rest? Or drags it if at length lie in my cold bed of narrow earth, and neither wave nor sun nor sky vex me with its untimely mirth? Have I not known what 'tis to hold in pulsing arms your bounding heart? Or come, dear death, and make them cold, if life can do no more than part? For even when at times would stir the veins that now with passion glow, and I within my sepulchre and should warm and conscious grow, the pulse would throb, the bosom wake and crave the joy we once had known, and 'twas easy for your sake to find me where as here alone. When I feel that you would come, would pierce the sod, would cleave the wave, and as my heart was waxing numb, would at my side a pillow crave, should start and live and find, in her bones but tight embrace, the bliss despair had left behind, and never thought again to face. The world is wide, but tell me where shall I wander, not see, hear, and feel, on earth and air, something that doth remind of thee? If I scan to heaven, thou wilt be my first sole turf there, and that done the demon's brow, wouldst all my dear damnation share. Not good, nor ill, nor life, nor death, nor dark, nor light, nor joy, nor smart, not one of these betokeneth what unto me thou loveth to one art. What my first, my last, and my all, what keeps me here, what calls me hence, at once my freedom and my thrall, my centre, my circumference. If They Dare, by Alfred Austin. Realm of ocean-guarded peace, humming loom and grazing stir, farm and folk and woven fleece, happier, homelier, year by year, hark, for the wintry air, menace mutters foam and glare, leave the shuttle, leave the share for the spear. Envious of a worldwide race, goaded by the greed and hate of the hunger and the base of the opulent and great. See, we whisper, did we band all against her, hand in hand, we might bring that haunty land face to fate. Plotters insolent and vain, master when your servile swarms, mounted by the unbridged main, we but laugh at such alarms. Blind braggarts, that forget England oldest England yet, and can meet as once she met, world in arms. Come forth the ocean's crest, mob and monarch, crowd and crown, slavish east or shrilling west, come and strike her renown. Madman, by your threats inane, what is it ye hope to gain? Think of France, think of Spain, smitten down. Derelict on wind and wave, tossing with a tossing tide, crushed by ice flood, tombed in cave, see the Armada's pomp and pride, Prince and Pontiff, Rome and Spain, leagued against the leagued in vain, England and the mother main side by side. Think of that self-sceptred King Caesar, not by birth but brain, of arbitrary wing hovered over hill and plain. Headlong from that haunty height, forced us you to England's might, and except for eagle's flight, cage and chain. Still they cry, she's alone must struggle to or not. What, with half the world her own, what, still reading Neptune's rod? She is alone as breeze, alone as the stars who sees, alone, unreachable as we, alone as God. Like the bandits when they ride, loneliness they shall not share. We are lonely, unallied as the lion in his lair. Doubt us, dust that snow be dump, sound the clarion, roll the drum. Let them menace, let them come if they dare. In Praise of England, by Alfred Austin. On tangled brake and trailsed bower bring every bud that blows, but never will you find a flower to match an English rose. It blooms with more than city grace, or rustic and apart, it has a smile upon its face and Europe in its heart. The wide, the goodly world around your fancy may have strayed, where was the woman ever found to match an English maid? At work she smiles, for play she sings, she doubts not denies, she clings to you as a woodbine clinch and love you till she dies. If you would put it to proof, when round the zodiac roam, but never will you find the roof to match an English home. Hear the sound of children's feet still pattering on the stair, dismayed by loving labour sweet and sanctified by prayer. God reverse tract sublime or sweet, snow-peak or scorched with wine, I will you the landscape meet to match an English scene. The hamlet hollowed by its spire, wildwood fresh with flowers, garden and croft and throp and byre gleaming through silvery showers. Across the wave along the wind flutter and plow your way, and where will you a sceptre find to match the English way? Its conscious holds the world in awe, with blessing of pen, its freedom guards the reign of law and majesty of men. In Sutton Woods, by Alfred Austin. There peace once more, the restless roar of troubled cities dies away. Welcome to broad shade once more, the dear old woodlands seem to say. With sweet suggestions of a wind that spake in whispers now is stilled, the song's branches all remind that summer's glory is fulfilled. The perpetual plain of falling leaves dimples the leaden pool awhile, so age, passive but receives youth's tale of troubles with a smile. Or fallen leaves, or feelings dead, a dimpled pool or scornful lips, a hardening of the heart and heat, the summers and the south's eclipse. Thus as the seasons slip away, how much it seemed, how little done, what splendid plans at break of day would void regrets instead of sun. World goes round for you, for me, for him who sits, for him who strives, and the great fates and different civil rage are respect of our lives. And fall your leaves there out for breeze, your sedges thick on every pool, let each odd rushing impulse freeze to let each generous friendship cool. It is not love, it is not worth, self-sacrifice or yearnings true, make the dull devotees of earth prostrate themselves and worship you. Savage consciousness of powers, with selfish purpose, stubborn will, have ever in this world of ours achieved success, achieve it still. Farewell, ye woods, no more I sit, great voices of distance call, if this be peace enough of it I go, fall unseen foliage, fall. Inflexible as fate, by Alfred Austin. And for one brief dark hour Rome's virile sway felt the sharp shock of Canaan's adverse day. Forum and field and senate house were rent with cries of nor misgiving nor lament. Only of men contending now who should purchase the spot on which the victor stood. Legion on legion sprang up from the ground, gleamed through the land over ocean bound, till Scipio's eagles swarmed on Afric's shore, Carthage perished to insult no more. Not less resolved than Rome nor England stands, facing full fortune with unfaltering hands. For her realms is neither fear nor void, but calm in strength and steel and fortitude. She fills the gaps of death with eager life, and will nor lack nor hangle in the strife, till having backward rolled the lawless tide of crafty treason, tyranny, and pride, a sword of broad and flexible as fate, charter freedom to fettered state. Invocation by Alfred Austin. The Apennine slopes unto Tuscan plain, and breaks into dimples and laughs to flowers, to see where the terrors of winter wane, and out of the valley of grape and grain, the blossomed city of dooms and towers. Teuton, Lombard, and grasping Gaul, prince and pontiff have forced the way, afforded the river and scaled the wall, and made in its palaces style and stall, with spears might glisten the war states nigh. And ever since Florence was fair and young, and the sun upon her and belfry shone, where her windows bannered and joy bells rung, and back to his saddle the stranger sprung, and lances were lifted and pikemen gone. Yes, ever and ever till you, my queen, come over the sea that is all your own, and the tear on the tip of the wine is seen, and the fig tree cresses have flamed to green, and wind flow awakeneth, and tulip blown. When roses were showered before your feet, the lily-crowned gonfals waved both, and children chanted in square and street, all hail to the monarch, may free men great, whose sceptre is peace and whose throne is love. And now at each snow torrent foams and folds, and the orioles sing and the skylarks soar, and the lift swallows circle her rose-white walls, with clefts of Apennine Florence calls. Welcome in spring, come back once more. Come back, for the cuckoo is on its way, and the mountains smiling await your smile, and still my olive groves bask and stray, till the warm-winged waters and winds of May shall waft you back to your own loved isle. The sickle hath performed its work, the sickle hath performed its work, the storm gusts sweep the aspens bare, carrying clouds and shadows murk, come to the disheartened air. The swallow circles around the roof, not sharp redeems the dripping shed, their gables from reproof, why not already fled? No, nature like the cuckoo laughs at low, by Alfred Austin. No, nature like the cuckoo laughs at law, placing eggs in what's a nest she will. And then at callow time you think to find the sparrow's stationary chirp low, burst the voyaging voice to glorify the spring. Lady Mabel by Alfred Austin. Side by side with Lady Mabel sat I, with sunshade down, in the distance humming the babel of the many-footed tone, where we sate with looks unstable, nor of tenderness or frown. Must we part, or may I linger, or the shadows wanes the day? When the voice of sweetest singer would have all but died away. Go, she said, with tightened finger said articulately, stay. Face to face with Lady Mabel, with the gauzy curtains drawn till I sense I am unable, to portrait began to dawn, and the slant sun flung the gable far up for the sleepy lawn. Now I go, adieu, love, with sweetness sweet be strong, comes the footfall of adieu, love, filaments reminding song. Go, she said, but I go too, love, go with you my life along. Breast to breast of Lady Mabel, shrouded by the courser's night, baffling all the forms of fable to describe our dreams aright, the purest gifts of Abel in the omnipresent sight. Let the very world go round, by Alfred Austin. Let the very world go round, what care I? Life's surfeiting of sound, I would die. Be so sweet to lie under waving grasses, where maidens' footsteps lie, tremulous for lover nigh, sometimes passes. Why remain? Graves are the sovereign simples against life's pain, graves are the sheltering wimples against life's rain, graves are the mother's dimples when we complain. O death, beautiful death, why do they thee disfigure? To me thy touch, thy breath have no alarm nor rigour. We do I long await, I think it very late, I pine much to be going, others have gone before, hunger more and more, with no one way or knowing. Hard we were content, except for banishment. Like other souls, life a land for thee. Yet for a little while, bear with his harsh exile, and ever soften will send for thee. Let us fly, by Alfred Austin. Let us fly. It is long past 11. The watchdogs are silent. The moon of all but abandoned the heaven, and midnight is singing and swoon. Not chirp to be heard in the thicket, the kine I sleep from the briar. All is hushed, here I stand at the wicket, alone with my pulses and fire. Silent close to the lattice, gently drop we the ledge. What is that? Oh, my pretty one, what is spare by the movement and fetch? Quick, hasty foot over the orchard, the horses are settled beyond. Tonight is our fate to be tortured, tomorrow night nothing but fond. And I paused, my maid with my beauty, a they who slept tranquil within, but he knew how love restless with duty, the weakness would call it, not sin. If they were calm clients of virtue, but once on your bosom had thrown, I would swear 'twas crime to desert you and pardon the felon that robbed. Now, soon the shade of suppressed stretched perimeter of your tomb, and the tread of slenderous vapors should pitiless darken your doom. And the last grand accusation for selfishness falls to the sloth, sect of sublime abnegation shall trumpet hand plead for us both. Giacomo, back to the stable. I shall want the horses tonight, and see you be gentle with Mabel. It is not a temper, but fright. Soft and warm, deep and brood, be her little and most caressingly curd. God, love is sweet, loss is bitter, now alone in the world. Lines written on visiting the chateau on the Lure by Alfred Austin. River rolling past the grey battlements of yesterday, palace strongholds reared by hands summoned from transalpine lands, skilled in wedding strength with grace, fought of stately dwelling place, wizard brow of siren tris, majesty with loveliness. River that beheld thy sway down and dwindle and decay, linger, loiter while I sit as the sunshine shadows flit, pondering pictures of the vast panorama of the past, and with retrospective gaze tell me of the vanished days. Still the river rolled and rolled twixt its banks of green and gold, winding, wandering slowly through, still with wild and sweet will blue, flowing onward heedless where, irresponsive to my prayer. But as motionless I dreamed of dim yesterdays, there seemed, for plain to reach mine ears, murmurings of bygone years. That river's undertone blended its musing with my own. See what I meandered on, all unchanging to gaze upon, as when sceptre, pomp and power, threatening purplet and tower, warrior grim and maiden gay, fought and laughed the hours away. Captains, cardinals, and kings, sepulchred with meaner things, nothing to distinguish now, mitred head from minion brow, fleshless skull from fleshless skull, arrogant from beautiful, nameless relicts of the name, I alone abide the same. Lingering still, I sate and mused, thought and feeling interfused, storm the stream in an unlimited dream, till the future wore at last likeness to the shadowy past, and wondered if today, lofty as yesterday, will departing leave behind monuments of heart and mind, love and reverence will restore, when men dwell in them no more. Longing by Alfred Austin. The hills slope down the valley, the streams run down to the sea. My heart, a far one, sets and strains towards thee. But only the feet of a mountain are felt by the rim of the plain, and the source and soul of a hiring stream reach not the calling main. The dawn is sick for the daylight, the morning yearns for the noon, twilight sighs for the evening star and the rising of the moon. The dawn and the daylight never were seen with the self-same skies, the gloaming dies of its own desire when the moon and the stars arise. The springtime calls to the summer, mingle life with me. Summer to autumn plain of low, must the harvest be only wine? The nightingale goes when the swallow comes, the leaves the blossom fled, and when autumn sits on the golden sheaves, and the rain of the roses dead. Hunger and thirst and pain and want are lost in the empty air. Heavenly spirit vainly pines for the touch of the earthly fare. And the hills slope down to the valley, the streams run down to the sea, my heart, of far one, sets and strains towards thee. Look up, desponding hearts, see morning sails, by Alfred Austin. Look up, desponding hearts, see morning sails from out the tents behind the screening hill, and speeds the glittering lances on the valleys, the hostile mists unconscious slumber still. Roused from the vain security, they clamber up the far slopes and seek the open sky, till hill and dale are tinged with gold and amber, with spoils of victory from those that fly. But when, as thou surrendered to the night, men's spirits sleep, shall wake with freedom burst, with piercing ray even here, and flood with light each skulking nook, by loutish custom cursed, and the glow of victory will spare, turning all ill to good, all fool to fair. Lost, by Alfred Austin. Sweet lark, that bedded in the tangled grass, protractest dew slumbers, wake, arise. At brightest moments of the morning pass, or shouldst be up and caroling in the skies. Go up, and melt into the blue, to heaven's veil on wings of song repair. And over dust is ken to earth peep through, and see if she beware. Sweet stockdove cooing in the flushing wood, on one green bough brooding till morn hath died. On leaf the perch, the woe too long has stood, and the strong wings flutter the leaves aside. Fly on, past feathered copse, nor stay, that thou hast skimmed o'er the woodlands fair, and thou hast, when speeding back the way, tell me if she beware. Sweet breeze that hath varied with the heat of noon, upon a bank of daffodils that die, or for love's me quit the perfumed swoon, and all refreshed hither and thither die. To the glades where browse the dappled deer, flit the deep dales, where none but thou mayst dare, and then, sweet breeze, returning to my ear, whisper if she beware. Sweet rivulet running far too fast to stay, yet hear my plaint, e'en as thou rodest on. I'm alone, alone, both night and day, for sheer love was with me and is gone. Or shouldst thou find her on the golden beach, whither thou speedest ocean's joy to share, remount thy course, despite what sophists teach, and tell me, is she where? Not there, nor there, not in the far sky, close keeping woods by the shining sea. When lark, dove, breeze, and rivulet windy try to find my sweet one, wherever may she be? Hath she when left me she wot so dear, and she whose shadow dusk all other charms? A foolish messengers, look, she's here, folded in my arms. Love of life, by Alfred. Why love life more, the less of it be left, and what is left be little but the least, and time's subsiding passions have bereft one's taste for pleasure and one's power to please. It is not better like the waning year, for the man resigningly to fate, its by enduring ordinance all things here, and their seasons shattered and decayed. For of shared and April's freshest song, and summer can without reproach recall, year and no autumnal harvest to prolong, nor shrink from winter that awaits us all, but lightened of a lot of earthly ties, pursue the homeward step your journey to the skies. Love's Blindness, by Alfred. Now do I know that love is blind, for I can see no beauty on this beauteous earth, nor life, nor light, nor hopefulness, nor mirth, pleasure, nor purpose, and thou art not nigh. The absence exiles sunshine from the sky, Ceres brings maturity, checks summer's birth, leaves linnet's pipe as sad as plover's cry, and makes with abundance find but dearth. But when my feet flutter the dark, and thou with orient eyes dawnest on my distress, suddenly seeks a bird on every bough, the heavens expand, the earth grows less and less, the ground is buoyant as we ever know, and all looks lovely in thy loveliness. Love's Fitfulness, by Alfred. Say that I am fitful, sweet, 'tis true, but 'tis that I your fitfulness obey. If you were April, how can I be May, or flaunt bright roses when you were sad rue? Shine like the sun, my sky will be blue. Sing, and the lark shall envy me my lay. I do but follow where you point the way. What I feel you doing, straight must go. Wind might just as well reproach the wane. As you upbraid me for shiftings, dear, blow from the south, and south I shall remain. If you keep fixed, be sure shall not veer. Nigh when you change, my changes so depend. If ends you love, why then my love must end. Love's Harvest, by Alfred. Night, do not quarrel with the seasons, dear, nor make an enemy of friendly time. A fruiting foliage of a falling year will have the buds and blossoms of its prime. Is not the harvest moon round and bright, as that to which the nightingales did sing? And though it calls herself my satellite, will seem an autumn over ardent spring, and steadfast sunshine follows fitful rain, and gleams thicker than once past the plough, since tender green have grown to mellow grain. Love and will gather what it scattereth now, and like contented reaper rest its heads upon the sheaves itself hath harvested. Love's Trinity, by Alfred. Soul, heart, and body was for singly name, are not in love divisible and distinct, but each with each inseparable linked. One is not honor, and the other shame, but burn as closely fused as fuel, heat, and flame. They do not love who give the body and keep the heart ungiven, nor they who yield the soul and guard the body. Love doth give the whole, and range, being high as heaven, as ocean deep, wide as the realms of air, or planets curving sweep. Love's Unity, by Alfred. How can I tell thee when I love thee best, in rapture or repose? How shall I say? I know I love thee everywhere, plumb for love's flight, or folded in love's nest. See what is day but night bedewed with rest, and what the night except the tired out day? It is love's difference, not love's decay, if no dawn, no fade upon the breast. Self-torturing sweet, it's not the self-same sun wanes in the west, it flameth in the east, is fervor nowise altered nor decreased. Surrounds my love, returning where begun, and still beginning, never most nor least, but fixed at the rise, all love's parts in one. Love's Wisdom, by Alfred. Now on the summit of love's topmost peak, kiss we, and part, no further can we go. A better death than we from high to low should dwindle or decline from strong to weak. We have found all, there's no more to seek. All have we proved, the more sweat we know, and time can only tutor us to eke our rapture's warmth of custom's afterglow. It cannot keep at such a height as this, and even straining souls like ours inhale once in life's rare feat as bliss. What if willing at her last breath should fail, heaven of my earth, one more gentle kiss, then down by separate pathways to the vale. Madonna, by Alfred Austin. Let me come face remain forever in these sweet sequestered nooks, remote from pain, the leafy lowers overlook the blue abounding main. Ne'er will I crave, though your loveliness despite, that we may stand more nigh than know. You with the fresh-plucked roses in your hand, and I with inclined blow. Air and sea and sky, and penetrative music on the beach, all that is high and far and holy, and beyond our reach, I you identify. Then, lady, let me stay here where no storm nor surge of discontent can find its way, hearkening your holy admonitions, blent with murmurs from the bay. Mozart's Grave, by Alfred Austin. Where lies Mozart? Tradition shows a likely spot, so much and no more. The words of his own time disclose, when crossed to the further shore, for later ages rose to shame, on tidy tomb have carved his name. A Saxon asked, what may this be? Kelmeister passed in, with common grave to all is free. For one more room within, it fills with force, not treated down with pauper, lunatic and clown. It had the wizarded with sound, electors, cardinals, and kings, while the wailed forth from source profound, with love still resounding springs, music of tenderness and mirth, one with his very sound at birth. And they, where are they now? The bust, the elaborable carven tomb, whose scrolls, begripped by age and dust, none care to stop and scan, for whom are all remaining to express the monumental nothingness. Mitre and coronet and crown, gaze into space that heeds them not, a meaning pomp of dead renown, medley of monarchs long forgot, of when the nation's ghastly strife, when mortality for life. Once when Niels banks an artist raised a temple at the king's command, and on it name August emblazed. But when the floods met, the land his name was washed, the wind low, the artist's own stood out below. Was vanished or destined lives, but for all time, beloved Mozart, your magic memory survives, part of a universal heart. Enjoy sympathetic strain and soother of our pain. But the artist in whom men gaze, once the rule have reached its goal, die into darkness with their days. Out monarchs of the mind and soul, with light unfailing and unspent, illuminate fame's firmament. A northern blood exalts the face, by Alfred Austin. When northern blood exalts the face, the rapture with a rough embrace, glowing in the vein to feel the cordial caress of steel, spear blue air and sword blue sea, amour of England's liberty. My soul is sunk in all suffusing shame, Alfred Austin. My soul is sunk in all suffusing shame, not for any individual sin, and the world's original fair fame. My own land's most is not what it hath been. Shrieks of intolerable bondage its might, thought response its comfortable ears, making a carven compromise with might for our own luxury of others' tears. Better than this the sanguinary crash of fratricial strokes of mirthful hate. So do I hope to hear the sabres clash and timbrels rattle with snows obeyed. Love peace, who will, I for mankind prefer, the dungeon of disgrace, a sepulchre. A Winter Rose, by Alfred Austin. Why did you come when the trees were bare? Why did you come with wintry air? And the faint note dies in the robin's throat, and the gabled strip and the white flakes float. What a strange, strange season to choose to come. The heavens are blind and the earth stump. The north is left living to dirge the dead, and even the snowdrop keeps its bed. Could you not come when woods are green? Could you not come when lambs are seen? And the primrose laughs from a childlike sleep, and the violets hide and the bluebirds peep? The air is your breath sweet, and skies have all but the soul of your limpid eyes, and the year, growing confident day by day, means lusty June through the breast of May. Had you come when the lark had lent in vainest music the fawn its scent? In vain the woodbine barded, in vain the ripening smile of the April rain. Your voice would have silenced merle and thrush, and the rose that bloomed would have blushed to blush. And summer, seeing you, paused, and known that the glow of your beauty outshone its own. So time you came, and well you chose. You came when most needed my winter rose. On the snow pluck you and fondly press your leaves twixt the leaves of my leaflessness. Nightingale and Cuckoo, by Alfred Austin. Yes, Nightingale and Cuckoo, it was meet that you should come together. For your trainer emblems of the rapture and the pain that in the April of our life compete, we know not which is the more sweet. I yet have learned that both of them are vain. Yet wherefore, Nightingale, break off a strain, that the Cuckoo of his call repeat. Not so with me. So sweet about it I clinch, long after echoing happiness was dead. So found solace, no alas sting. Cuckoo and Nightingale alike have fled, neither for joy nor sorrow while I sing, and autumn silence gathers in the sting. Nocturnal Vigils, by Alfred Austin. Do you chide me that when mortal yield to slumber's charm, from sleeper ask no boon, but from a casement watch the main moon fainting behind the ineffectual shield? Under the chim by stately planets pealed my song, my soul, my very self attune, on night a sea, but none can see at noon, a runic volume of sky unsealed. Happy the hour may come when grateful night will these brief vigils endlessly repay, and on the dwindling of my earthly day keep like her stars my heavenly fancies bright. And glorious dreamings, shrouded now from sight, dawn not of darkness to sleep for aye. Pax Britannica by Alfred Austin. Behind the rolling ramparts England lay, impregnable, and girt by cliff-built towers, even the peace and plenty, day by day, the long-drawn hours. And peace spring freed her flocks and showering her grain, summer sate smiling under peaceful leaves, autumn paid on the unwarlike wane her sacred sheaves. And white-winged keels flew fluttering to a shore, laden with eastern bale or southern fleece, for the fields of far labour bore the spoils of peace. When seeing her within her waves so blest, the jealous nations panoplied alike said, "Look, she wears no armour on her breast, what if we strike?" But she of a base greed and armed array, haughtily heedless, moated by her mane, still across ocean plowed a peaceful way in strong disdain. And each to other muttered, "Not last the splendour should be ours, and we should slake her envy. She's pillared on her path and will not wake." Slowly stirs a lion from his bed, length of his limbs and crisps his mane. She rose and shook out all her strength, and, flashing, said, "Where are my foes?" As to herself she did herself reveal, swiftly yet calmly put her armour on, and round her empire sentineled in steel like morning shone. From field and forge were thronged embattled hosts, and when struck the anvil with the lyre, and from the furnaces of war her coasts were fringed with fire. Dazed and dismayed, that wailed with futile woe, some fain would be her friend, and some would nurse the hate that they could curb the might that now they could but curse. They who watch from where the west wind blows, since great themselves, proud that the kith are great, said, "See what comes when England the foe speaks at the gate." And back to the loom and share people poured, chanting peace paeans as they reaped and gleaned, while gazing worldward on the undrawn sword watchful she leaned. Primacy of Mind by Alfred Austin. Above the glow of molten steel the raw furnace of fortune shed, protectress of a city's well, now learning rears a loftier head. That progress may at length descry, it lacks the clue to guide aright, and conscious of its blindness cry unto the muse, "More light, more light." That wealth may fitly yield the throne to letter science artist's skill, and matter a willing subject, on mind must be lord and master still. Resignation by Alfred Austin. Since we the march of time cannot arrest, keep you in step with him till time shall end. Or fill your journey with more easeful breast, no marvel ribbon that you cannot mend. Nor even yearn impatiently to reap harvest allotted unto mellower years, by having sown the seed, take care to keep its growth from task till sowing stem appears. Neither when summer from your life shall wane, and autumn fruit keep dropping from the bough, look back and sigh regretfully in vain, for joys no longer a season will know. Thus will your hours make music to the end, and life you loved so become death your friend. Roses crimson, roses white by Alfred Austin. Roses crimson, roses white, deadly pale and lovely blushing, both in love of May at sight, and the maiden blood is rushing, to and fro in hope to hide, to modded by vast discloses, bring the bridegroom to the bride, everywhere are roses, roses. Every wall is white with roses, every wall is white with roses, linnets pair in every tree. Bring your beakers, twine your posies, kiss and quaff the springtime closes, bloom and beauty quickly flee. Now let me sleep, or best be stone or steel. Now let me sleep, or best be stone or steel. But still at yours with infamy or foe, my one sole bliss is nor to see nor feel. So wake me not, and lest you should speak low. Cedar and lark when lowering by Alfred Austin. Cedar and lark when lowering, clouds defend the sky. Cedar and wild swan pooing, death notes ever die. Cedar and winds imploring, shelter when storms are high. Couldst thou be less than adoring, more sad were I. Happy as streamlet flowing twixt banks of heather repeat, happy as a murmur going through the inclining weed, happy as mother glowing of her little one's feet. I am happy in knowing thou art mine, my sweet. Shelley's Death by Alfred Austin. What, and it is for so, O word when death stricken from behind the heart of hearts, and they the men that ran thee from mankind, greedy hatred chasing love as a hawk pursues the dove, that with soft feathers float upon the careless wind. Loved life that I might break the chain which links my kind with me. To think that human hands for gain should have been turned gainst thee. Thee that wouldst have given thine all for the poor, the sick, the frail, and wedded thyself with dross gainst their felicity. We deemed that nature had jealous grown, withdrew the glimpse she gave in the bright genius of her own, and not to slay but save, that she timidly took back thus what had been but lent to us, shrouding thee in her winds, lulling neath her wave. For it seemed meet thou shouldst not long toss on life's fitful billow, nor sleep mid mounds of silence long under the clay-coat willow. Rather that thou shouldst recline amid waters crystalline, the sea-shells at the feet and seaweed for thy pillow. We felt we had no right to keep what never had been ours, and what belongs to the deep and the uncounted hours. Though earthly, no more word than the rainbow's melting skirt, the sunset's fading bloom and midnight's shooting showers. And thus resigned our empty hands, surrendered we to thine, thinking we drawn by kindred bands under the swirling brine, playing where our new strung shell, tuning to ocean's mystic swell, where lurk complaints and rhapsodies divine. Now to hear nor see them fair, submerged with a smile, and tempests were content to spare thee to us yet a while, but for gods in human mould, ravaging the seas for gold. Ours blot out the heavens, and makes my living vile. Yet thy brief life presaged such death, and it was meet that they, who poisoned, should have quenched thy breath, who slandered thee should slay. Thy spirit long the mark of a dagger drawn and dark, should by the ruffian stroke be ravished from the day. Hush, for the grave I soft have stood mid ruined Rome. I seem to hear a whisper soft, wafted across the foam, bidding justice wrath be still, good feel lovingly for ill, exiles for rough paths that help them to their home. Shepherd swains that feed your flocks by Alfred Austin. Shepherd swains that feed your flocks among the grassy rooted rocks, while I still see sun and moon grant to me the simple boon. As I sit on craggy seat, and your kids and young lambs bleat, let who on the pierced pipe blows play the sweetest air he knows. And when I no more shall hear grasshopper or chanticleer strew green bay or yellow broom on the silence of my tomb, and still giving as you gave, milk she-goat at my grave. For life and joy be fled, dear love gifts to the dead. So is Opportunity by Alfred Austin. And so first came wailing to my door April rehearsed the magical of May. As I ne'er had seen her face before, I kept on singing and she went her way. When next came so, her life was winged with scant of glistening laurel and full blossoming bay. I asked, but understood not what she meant, offered the flowers and she went her way. When the third time so came, we met in the ripe silence of an autumn day. I gave her fruit I had gathered and she ate, and seemed to go unwillingly away. When last came so, around barn and byre, wind-carven snow, the year's white sepulchre lay. Come in, I said, and warm you by the fire, and there she sits and never goes away. Spartan Mothers by Alfred Austin. One more embrace, and all the main and noble play the soldiers part. Thus sounds amid the martial strain the Spartan mother's patriot heart. She hides the woe, she bids him go, and tread the path his fathers trod. Who dies for England dies for God. In the hushed night she wakes, she weeps and listens for the far fray. He scores the gorge, she scales the steeps, scatters the foe, away, away, and faint with light. Smite against smite, how fleet their steeds, how nimbly shod. She kneels, she prays, protecting God. Weep, tender souls, the sob, the tear, the lonely prayer, the stifled wail. We sprays the will, we nerve a spear, and speed him over the belt and veil. What is to him, or life or limb, who rends the chain and breaks the rod, who strikes for freedom, strikes for God? Should heaven decree that he once more, and scarce return to home and rest, should be standing at the door to fold him to her trembling breast? Or should he fall by ridge or wall, and lie neath some green southern sod? Who dies for England, sleeps with God. Spiritual Love by Alfred Austin. Could you but give me all that I desire, I should be richer and you no more poor. Companionship beside the house at fire, and common cares that train one to endure. 'Tis not your senses, but yourself I want, kinship of vision, sympathy of mind, that so the bond be based and bent, in love made fast by sanctities that bind. Do not think insensible my gaze, to delicate loveliness of form or face, after the covet in the same embraces with its yearnings of body's grace. Give me all these, and let with lengthening years the sweet sad smile and pity of tears. Stafford Henry Northcote by Alfred Austin. gentle and fibre, but of steadfast nerve, tilted to right, for right won't blame not praise, and fall on evil tongues and evil days, when man for plain straight duty twist and swerve, and born to nobly sway, ignoble serve, slimming that track to power of tortuous ways, he felt it with fine sense whenever trace the line of mortal beauties, not a curve. But proving wisdom folly of virtue wane, he stretched his hands out to the other shore, and was by kindred spirits beckoned o'er, and the gloaming land where sieve of pain, while we across the silent river strain, I lower gaze, and find his form no more. Sweet love is dead, by Alfred Austin. Sweet love is dead, shall we bury him in a green bed, with no stone at his head, and no tears nor prayers to worry him? Do you think he will sleep, dreamless and quiet? Yes, if he keeps silence, and weep over grave of ground worms ride. By his tomb let us part, but hush, he is waking, ye have winged the dart, and the mock-cowed heart, for woe of wonders aching. Fain we no more, sweet love lies breathless, all we forswore, be as before, death may die, but love is deathless. Take not the gods to task, for they are wise, by Alfred Austin. Take not the gods to task, for they are wise, and they refuse no less than when they grant. Who canst but know with all their bursting sighs, what is their whim, but never what they want. They to smite divine importitude answer each swift unregulated prayer, or what a cursed trudger would forbee, what a world of fardels have to bear. Check their lament, the days that surely come will regard each crossing of shattered hope, as snow for dust, poor Philip's broken drum, or little Rosie's tangled skipping rope. Confide to time who will, as years expire, indulge or else annihilate desire. The Acquittal of Frere, by Alfred Austin. An Athens challenged friend to confess, lose yourself sufficient not to repel, ambitious street and frown within the hell, where awful judges frowned on her distress, slowly a lovely limbs she did undress. Swathe upon swathe, fold after fold let fall, until she stood absolved before them all, clad in a clear convincing nakedness. So when the slaves of custom would control your range of feeling and your realm of thought, close your half a world to claim the whole, slough from your inmost self, keep back not aught, by your mind's beauty be the bias bored, and sway but bare simplicity of soul. The challenge answered, by Alfred Austin. Short length the word is uttered, with vain goal long half muttered, twixt his teeth, by envy fluttered at enough, land being great and the dogs of war loosed, and the carnage stream unloosed, with the might of France abused, may torment the world like fate. Of a nation, base, besotted, whose ambition cannons shotted, and huge mounds of corpses clotted with cold gore alone can sate. May the god of battle shiver every arrow in thy quiver, and the nobly flowing river thou dost covet drown the hate. For 'tis written towering steeple, if ye sow ill ye shall reap ill, and the stern offended people swarm from city, hill, and plain, if lips never known the porter, so by king and half an altar, not a chef sword or falter till they flesh it by the same. See they come in dazzling masses, from soft vales and frowning passes, dance of blades, as now the grasses of the summer sun doth shine, proclaim the voice of thunder, the French hordes athirst for plunder, or in single rout should sunder from the fatherland and Rhine. Suevan, Saxon, Frank, and Hessian low, the master formal press on, pledged to teach the Gaul the lesson he never learns but through sword. The gay light-hearted glitter of a wicked wanton hitter may be turned to wormwood, bitter by the judgment of the Lord. To the maids no longer fickle, down whose cheeks the fond tears trickle, leaving pruning hook and sickle, yellow corn and purple grape. To the foe, so long as shielded behind swords by Germans wielded, that the soil shall never be yielded to the tiger and the ape. Or when on ye shouts undaunted, let the flag of right be flaunted, and your late rose draft be haunted by the trages of old, and the empty Gallic claw, where our hearts met black and gore, and the lone sire's head turned hoar with slaughter of his fold. Now of glory's defending to your eye be there an ending, but still onwards ever wending, and let your legions never halt, ye shout about Paris, what at hand the edge of war is, how desolate St. Harris and strew its streets with salt, for its lips are seared with lying, and its crimes the court are crying, the earth oppressed is sighing, how long shall these things be? A shout of exultation will go up from every nation, as the sword of world's salvation smites the insulter to his knee. The Dregs of Love, by Alfred Austin. Think you that I will drain the dregs of love, I who have quaffed the sweetness on its brink? Nor with the steadfast burning stars above, better to faint of thirst than thus wise drink. What shall we drain, whoso loves glorious fires, flame toward the sky and flash heaven's self of light, crouch by the embers as the glow expires, and huddle closer from the dread of night? Now cast love's goblet in oblivion's well, scatter love's ashes over field of time, with part one kiss who on to dwell, when life's sound senses some feeble rhyme. Love's lips touch, and new love's crest glows, and love's sweet cup refills and overflows. The Evening Light by Alfred Austin. Angels with silver trumpets blow at dawn to greet the morning glow. Mortals lift dawning eyes to see the glorious sunrise. When winged by faith and spurred by hope, youth scans the hill, youth scales the slope. Its pulses bound, its thoughts exult, it finds no danger difficult, quickens its space, disdaining ease, victor before it comes and sees, feeling the universe its own, sovereign of a self-made throne. Each hope fulfilled obtained each prayer, we glory to the noonday glare. Welcome to the blinding heat of strife, deeming resistance part of life. We deal the blow, we turn the stroke, fighting our way through dust and smoke, until our battle banner furled, we tower above the conquered world. Whether one leads mankind along, the gift of speech or grace of song, seizes by forceful hand the helm, or adds an empire to the realm, confronts the sun with forehead bare, exulting in the noonday glare. But as the lengthening shadows glide silent towards the eventide, and dew baptizes leaf and flower in twilight sanctuary hour, a sacred something haunts the air, tender as love, devout as prayer, the lofty doom afar glimmers some bright outriding star, announcing to the watchful sight coming battalions of the night. The noonday glare and morning glow fade into shadowy long ago. One feels earth's vain ambitious fade into the vanished dusk they made. And the glow of dawn foretold, and all the glare of noon unrolled, seemed nothing to the quiet joy, no clamour mars, no cares destroy. Twixt restless day and restful night would come the evening tide. A flower full blown, nor bends the stalk, nor breaks, by Alfred Austin. The flower full blown, nor bends the stalk, nor breaks. Miller fruit inclines the bough to earth. The brow which fought, impregnates oft times aches, death-stricken is the womb when giving birth. Cracked is the waste by heat which doth the loom, the tree's locks the swiftest burn to naught. Sweet flowers are stifled by their own perfume, and bees when honey clutch their easy court. Snip that records, e'en by the note they give, the largest wave is broken by its weight, choked by its sheer sieve, and blunted soon the shaft which flies straight. And so the largest mind and richest soul are always most demandable to dole. Golden Year by Alfred Austin. And pipe beloved from frost or chill, and all the air was laden with scan of dew and daffodil. I saw youth and maiden whose colour springlight came and fled from purple copses straying, the birchen tassels overhead like marriage bells keep swaying. Filled with joy that lingers still, which eve brought out of the Aidenn, with scan of dew and daffodil, when all the air was laden. And primrose banks turn pale and fade, and meads wax deep and golden, and in lush dale and laugh and glade, summer's gay court is holden. Them nesting close again I saw, affliction's girl and lover. She looked up with eyes of auto-burning gaze above her, playing anew the part oft played, sung with the poet's Odin. And primrose banks turn pale and fade, and meads wax deep and golden. When autumn woods begin to glow, and autumn sprays to shiver, once more I saw them walking slow by sedgy rustling river. The season's flush was on her cheek, the season's sadness o'er him. He stroked her hand and bade her speak of all the love she bore him, but only made her tears to flow and chill his heart to quiver, while autumn woods began to glow and autumn sprays to shiver. Winter fields stretched stiff and stark, and wintry winds chilled her lee. I saw him creep alone as darkened the churchyard dreary, laid him down against the stone, and which eye lay sleeping, kissed his cold face with many a moon, when loudly fell a weeping. Let me in from lonely Cargo back my dreary. Wintry fields stretched stiff and stark, and wintry winds shrilled her ree. The Haymaker's Song by Alfred Austin. Here's to him that grows it, drink, let's drink, that lays in it and moves it, clink, jugs, clink. To him that moves and makes it, that scatters it and shakes it, turns and heads and rakes it, clinch, jugs, clinch. Now here's to him that stacks it, drinks, let's drink, that threshes and that takes it, clinch, jugs, clinch. Cuts it out for eating, March-top lambs are bleating, and the slate blue clouds are sleeting, drink, let's drink. And here's to Van and Yannon, drink, let's drink, the horseman and the bowman, clinch, jugs, clinch. To lofty and to lowman, who bears a grudge to no man, that flinches from the foeman, drink, let's drink. The Lark Confined in His Cage by Alfred Austin. The lark confined in his cage and captive in his wing, or fluttering with imprisoned rage, forbeareth not to sing. But still the strain, though loud and long, is but the mock of mirth, not the dawn-dew nuptial song that weddeth heaven with earth. Voice that in freedom seems so soft, fatter it sounds harsh and rough. Listen, it shrilleth far too oft, nor faltereth half enough. And the eyes, the fair life not free, though early morn more grows silent captivity, if I sing must soar. As the larkspur carol floats high on a sea of sound, so let me flinch my ridden notes to ripple round and round. Hark noise shakes the towering skies, a carillon of light, and riddled through a faint mist, still singing out of sight. Of clearest light relate the poet's song should shine, sometimes his far voice will fade into the dim divine. And we with following ear and heart should listen to the end, while we this cry may put in part and dimly apprehend. For soon he quits his heavenly quest, slow ruling into sight, curving downward strikes his nest, earthward error light. Stop not, dear, that if I saw, where none long while may dwell, wherever the times will be my home is my heaven as well. The Lover's Song by Alfred Austin. When the horn no longer howls the young year in his gripe, and bleating voices fill the folds and blackbirds pay and pipe, then coax the maiden with their step, wakes the woodland drear, and pours sweet wildflowers and leopard sweet words in her ear. The springtime is the season sure, since love's game first was played, and tender thoughts begin to lure the heart of April maid, heart of April maid. June is reft with wilding rose, and all the buds are blown, and oh, it's joy to dream and durst, and meadows newly mown. When take her where the grayling sleep, and where the depthing steeps, or where the bees and clover reap the harvest for the heaths. For summer's the season when, if you but know the way, a maid that's kissed will kiss again. Then pelt you with the hay, then pelt you with the hay. When thickets ply among the weeds, then trundle home the sheaves, and where's the rustling of feet through early fallen leaves, entice with the orchard glows, with apples plum and tart, until at plain the things she knows and ask her for her heart. For autumn is the season, boy, together would we sow. If you be bold, she won't be coy. Nor ever say you no, say no, nor ever say you no. And would not clear the coppice lands and arc the hornbeam drive, and stamp their feet and chafe their hands to keep their blood alive. When later where, when woes are heard, the church bells peal and swing, as the parson speaks the word, when on the clap the ring. Winter is a cheerless time, to live and lie alone. What to him is snow a rhyme who calls his love his own, who calls his love his own. Smiling slope with olive groves bedecked by Alfred Austin. Smiling slopes with olive groves bedecked, no dark green now as the breeze that stir, spectral and white as of the air reflect, of elfin branches laced with gossamer. Vents are faint the eye could scarce detect, which the grey hillside, which the foliage fair, for once more it dense and sombre grew, to shift again just as the sapphire blue. The springtime, oh the springtime, by Alfred Austin. The springtime, oh the springtime, who does not know it well? The little birds begin to build and the buds begin to swell. The sons of the clouds play hide and seek, the lambs are bucking and bleating, and the colour mounts to the maiden's cheek, and the coarse scatters greeting in the springtime, joyous springtime. Summer, oh the summer, who does not know it well? And ring those cool to long day through, and the bee refills his cell, and the swish of the mower is heard at morn, and we all in the woods go roaming, and waiting's over, and love is born, and shy lips meet in the gloaming, and the summer ripening summer. The autumn, oh the autumn, who does not know it well? A leaf turns brown, the mast drops down, and the chestnut splits its shell. And we muse over days that have gone before, and the days that will follow after, and the grain lies deep on the winnowing floor, and the plum gourd hangs from the rafter. In the autumn, thoughtful autumn. The winter, oh the winter, who does not know it well? When day after day the fields stretch grey, and pewed wails on the fell, and the closed up the crannies and shut out the cold, and the wind sounds hoarse and hollow. A dead love sleep in the churchyard moated we feel, and we soon shall follow. In the winter, mournful winter. The white pall of peace by Alfred Austin. Over peaceful veld silently snowflakes fall, silently slow unfelt cut the past with pole. Brave brothers Boers, let us hie to your our brothers dead, of the spot where the lie tears yours and ours be shed. Underneath turf, cross and stone, combat and discord be hushed. Blessed be the heroes unknown, blessed be their deeds and dust. Now when the war clamours keys and silently snowflakes fall, give a kiss of peace, one flag be the flag of us all. For all the world, by Alfred Austin. For all the world should stand aside and leave you to your sorrow, and you from none or near wide a smile or tear could borrow, I still would stand with arms outspread and love and trust unshaken, to make a nest for that dear hand where all the rest forsaken. Come, let me crouch beside your knees, and we will talk together. You have passed the stormy seas, and I through tranquil river. What is to me the shallow scoff of pure sneer? As the base crowd move further off, I only creep the nearer. Sweet child, 'tis not your deep blue eyes, nor yet your raven tresses, nor that strange mystic look, more wise than all your mouth expresses. 'Tis not your face, 'tis not your form, your accents bright and clever, which bind me with a strength enormous, make me yours forever. And yet 'tis all of these, but oh, 'tis something rarer, makes every pleasing grace more place, and each fair charm the fairer. 'Tis because you soulless sigh, if your affection slowly, and I prostrate myself and sigh before a shrine too holy. And the fell clouds quench girlhood's beam and cast the shadow over it. You less than know the brighter seem those dark days before it. Like those fair lamps that change by night their radiance with emotion, burn low, then flinch a flood of light, of war the murky ocean. 3 sonnets written in mid-channel by Alfred Austin. Now upon English soil I soon shall stand, homeward from climes that fancy deems more fair. And well I know what where will greet me there, no soft foam falling upon smiling strand, no scant of orange groves and fires blent, by a Amazonian marsh, with breast half bare, and sleety arrows whistling through the air, would be more welcome from that burly land. Yet he who boasts his birthplace yonder lies owns in his heart a mood akin to scorn, for census slopes that bask 'neath soft skies, teem with wine and prodigal of corn. And gazing through the mist with misty eyes, blessed the brave bleak land where he was born. And wherefore feels he thus? Because at shore no conqueror's foot, no despot's may defile, and freedom walks unarmed about the isle, and peace sits musing beside each man's door. Beyond these straits the wild beast mock may roar, else the varying demagogue beguile. We, hand in hand with the past, look on and smile and treat the ways our fathers trod before. What woes and wretch, whose glory you may trace, past lonely hearths and unrecorded graves, round the swords-kept summoning swarms of slaves, menace the shores of conflict or disgrace, we laugh behind the bulwark of the waves, and flinch the foam defiant in its face. And can it be when heaven this deep moat made, and filled it with the ungovernable seas, gave us the winds for rampart waves for freeze, behind which freedom elsewhere betrayed might shelter find and flourish unafraid, and men learn to lisp at English knees of English fame, to pamper womanish ease, and serve a surfeit so fresh straight, show the impregnable breakers on the mighty ocean and verse, and basely bowed beneath the bastions of a brine. Nigh England if a citadel be sold for lucrous thus, to pay his doom divine, and perish smothered in a grave of gold. Time stiffens by Alfred Austin. Why am I deemed an enemy of men who would beyond life's limit life prolong? If I believe that we live again, how can it be that I have done them wrong? Is it not I who wrote the winter snows, and spring's melodious symphonies renew, bring back the blush into the budding rose, and Christian summer's birth of morning dew? Is I that ring the silver nuptial peal, and streams the bridle up the rustic nave, if around the briar the mourners kneel, I toll the passing bell and dig the grave, from death and grief I half dispel the gloom, inscribing words of hope upon the loved one's tomb. Time's Weariness by Alfred Austin. Slow time, that carney of such a monstrous load, from every stage and hostel of the past, do you not weary of the endless road, and ask how long life's journeying will last? Still growing burden on your patient back, pilled with the meddling miseries of mankind, nor borne inside the long lengthening track, nor comfort seen before you or behind. Should you but swerve or stagger in your pace, up with strained hold the tug of you along, and where ought source to leave a smarting trace, hard in your heels fate plies its knotted thong. So must you on, though panting and distressed, even there for solace of rest. 'Tis because thou dost keep bower by Alfred Austin. 'Tis because thou dost keep bower with love delighted still thou art, nor of a deepening twilight power to lay a curfew on the heart. Thou lovest, and loving dost prolong the sense of sunlight with thy song. To Alfred Tennyson by Alfred Austin. Poet, in other lands when spring no more gleams over grass, nor in the thicket side, place it being lost in loves to be descried, and blooms lie wilted on the orchard floor, and sweet bird from lake and shore across Ausonian breakers with a hit, on April's music in the breast have died, and crofton copses are not as before. But in this privileged isle, this brave, this blessed, this deathless England, it seems almost spring. For graver wakes the day's song takes not wing, and autumn bores it builds another nest. Even from the snow we lift our hearts and sing, and still your voice is heard above the rest. To arms, by Alfred Austin. World, to arms. Do you shrink? What? Shrink when the hoofs of the Cossacks are crushing the bosom of mother, the tundra of priest, and the youth of nation, pain-maddened, is rushing on visible doom, or to turning a feast? And the citizen hellhounds that ever existed, the hunting the tender and brave of our race, and vanish of the instant Tatar is twisted with smoke of defiance and cracked in your face, do you shrink? World, to arms. Do you shrink, gallant France, the blood of a nation, ere stinted for you, but there flows in vain, arose by the might of a grand inspiration, avenge with your war cling the souls of the slain? If you shrink, may you never know ending or respite or strife into national affectional hate, except when the hand of the despot imposes on all your apprehensions fate. France, to arms! Do you shrink? You, politic Austria, know that you only, if a fable you hesitate, hasten your doom, have yet discovered the deception lonely and empire by the marches blindfolded to the tomb? The penitent sword and sublime vindication of freedom's manifold mischiefs undo. If you shrink, may we multiply the wrongs of each nation. Do you ever have outrage be held back on you? Do you shrink? World, to arms! O my beautiful Italy, naught of misgiving, doth trouble some touches your pride. Your graves were slaughtered afresh, but your living of robbing to conquer, or sleep at thy side. But your maidens equipped in false beauty exiles, your sons must make ready with pennon and sheen to go straight. If you shrink, but I will not incite you, who often unfortunate never mean when to arms. World, to arms! Do you shrink? Shrink, ignorant? What? Shrink when intoxicate hearted, when you drive rights and blood to the waste, and flesh of a word and bones of a mouth, a breast of a mother to bear to the face? Do you diplomatic frivolities empty as if you your title of moral injustice when a horde of a sanguine barbarians trample mankind and remonstrate like in the dust? Ignorant shrink? No, to arms! All to arms! Will you wait till behind the impassable rampart of winter below at the important rate till your warners that's frozen, your ironclads hamper destruction, when order should swoop on the stage? Yes, the spring will come back and unbound the ocean. You will not with sinew relax of slain. Swift to arms! Set vengeance charges tumults in motion, as dread as God's thunder, as blessed as his reign. To Beatrice Stewart by Alfred Austin. Patter, patter, little feet, making music grand and sweet. Up a passage down the stair, patter, patter everywhere. Ripple, ripple, little voice, when I hear you I rejoice. The keys to crow and coo, when my heart grows silent too. Frolic, frolic, little form, while the day's young and warm, and shadows shun the west, climb up to my knee and rest. Slumber, slumber, little head, camels all night in prayer said. I will give you in your cot a kiss that I wake you not. Open, open, little lids, lambs are frisking in the midst. Black caps flit from stem to stem, come and chirp along with them. Change not, little fay, still as you are today. What a losses growth of sense, with degrees of innocence. Something in your little ways wins me one love or praise. You have gone and I feel still the void as someone cannot fill. Yes, you leave and you depart, an empty cradle in my heart. I sit and rock my pain, sing lullaby in vain. Come back, little feet, bring again the music sweet. To the garden, to the stair, patter, chatter everywhere. To Ellen Terry by Alfred Austin. Now bring forth none but daughters, daughters young, the doubles of yourself, with faces fair being as candid, gait as debonair, and voices deeply musically strung. At the less fortunate age, from this age sprung, and those transmitted claims of what you were, may hear your laughter, gaze in despair, only but know the witchery of your tongue. Thus shall the unsteadfast dagger of Macbeth be nerved by his male's bows. Thus a Shylock's knife glittering to smite be dealt by Portia's breath. Thus saucy Beatrice be won for life, Juliet in loving warble out her life, and true Ophelia madden unto death. To England by Alfred Austin. Men deemed thee fallen, did they? Fallen like Rome, called into self to foil a Vandal throng. Holy shorn of strength for the vainly strong, weaned from thy fame by to a happy home, scanning the ridges of thy teeming loam, counting thy flocks, harming thy harvest song, colours, because thyself secure gainst wrong, behind the impassable fence of foam. Dupes, thou darst but stand erect and low, the nations cluster round, while the horde of wolfish backs slouch homeward to the snow. Oh, mid thy sheaves and peaceful seasons stored, towerest supreme, victor for the blow, smiling, leaning on thy undrawn sword. To Robert Louis Stevenson by Alfred Austin. I never saw you, ne'er grasped your hand, nor wrote nor read lines absence loves to trace. Ne'er with you sate in your accustomed place, nor waited for your coming on sea or land. But this I know, if a long unseen strand of anywhere in God's eternal space, you heard my voice, or beheld your face, we should greet and both would understand. So till that hour, ere you abide, on circling star it is still a sea, or bear for man's imagination free, there moves no planet where sounds no tide, welcome as all from friend long known and tried, this gift of loving fellowship from me. To the Autumn Wind by Alfred Austin. O envious autumn wind, to blow from covered vale and woodland crest, the mellow leaves just as they glow, brightest and loveliest, to strip the maples black and bare, drop the beeches russet gold, make what was of late so fair, but rustling drift and dripping mould. He did as you have done with me you will but dimly do. I will no more your rage condemn, but rather make my peace with you. Let me no linger on to know the mournfulness of feelings lost, but left me while as yet they glow, as autumn wind from winter frost. Too late by Alfred Austin. Had you but shown me living what you show, now I am gone to keep my grave plot green. Had I but know what wending now I know, lying here alone, how happy had I been. If you with smiles had gladdened our joint home, as now you drench my tenant of tears, up life's Escan together had we clomb, and traversed hand in hand the slope of years. Still is it solid thing to feel you lay upon my sepulchre devoted flowers, when high aboard you wend your withered way, in the scorching sunshine over drifting showers. Pity that love is ofttimes forced by fate, in this unpunctual world to come too late. Unseasonable Snows by Alfred Austin. The leaves have not yet gone, and why do ye come, white flakes falling from a dusky cloud? But yesterday my garden plot was proud of uncut sheaves of ripe chrysanthemum. Some trees the winds have stripped, but look on some, neath double load of snow and foliage bowed, unnatural winter fashioning a shroud for autumn's burl at pulse benumbed. Yet nature plays not an inhuman part, and her our own vicissitudes we trace. Do we not clinch to our accustomed place, for journeying death beckoned us to start, and faded smiles that linger in the face, where grief's first flakes fall silent on the heart. Vis Medicatrix Naturae by Alfred Austin. When faith turns false and fancy grows unkind, and fortune, more from fickleness than spite, takes the keen savour out of all delight, and of sweet pulp leaves only bitter rind, and I have a load of living leaf behind, fleeing where, far from human sound and sight, over brown forests wheels the lapwing wide, and whistles tuney with the winter wind. For nature's frank indifference won't of less than man's faint smiles and simulated tears. She's at least the egoist she appears, scorning to proffer and entice caress, and, through the long reiterated years, endures the doom with uncomplainingness. Wardens of a Wave by Alfred Austin. Not to exult and braggart vain of the gallant foe, or boast of triumphs on the main the gods alone bestow. Vainglorious clarion, clamorous drum, which the vulgar crave, not these, not any such become the wardens of a wave. No, but when slumbering war dogs wake to the last gasp of breath, face cumbered for what's country's sake, the male disdain of death, how is that Nelson live and die, far from his land and home, making his roof tree of the sky's pillow on the foam. For race today record his last triumphant doom, plays reffs on his unfading pole and flowers upon his tomb. 'Tis to remind us still to keep aggression's lusts and awe, with dominion of the deep guard freedom, peace, and law. Not alone upon the waves that sentinel our shore, service the disciples, not enslaves, rule us as of yore, so that our island citadel may tranquil respond with a calm signal, all is well, to every sea beyond. Were I a poet, I would dwell by Alfred Austin. Were I a poet, I would dwell not upon lonely height, nor cloistered in disdainful self from human sound and sight. I would live nestled near my kind, deep in a garden garth, at where you loved my verse might find a pathway to my heart. I would not sing of sceptred kings, the tyrant and his thrall, but everyday pathetic things that happen to us all. The love that lasts for joy, for grief, the faith that never wanes, and every wilding bird and leaf that gladdens English lanes. Nor would I shape for fame my lay, but only for the sake of singing it to charm away my own or others' ache. To close the wound, to soothe the smart, to heal the void of years, move the misbelieving heart to tenderness and tears. And when to me should come the night, and I could sing no more, and faithful lips could but recite what I had sung before, I would not have pompous strain resound about my shroud, the sepulchre and soundless fane near to the great and proud. Only they who loved me best should bear me and my lyre, and lay us with my kin at rest under the hamlet spire, where everything around still breaths of prayer that soothes and saves, and without hands be cottage refs to unforgotten graves. They might raise another cross within that hallowed ground, tend the flowers and trim the moss about my grassy mound, but honouring me would guard for both an impious boast of fame, and not for glory but for love would keep alive my name. When Acorns Fall by Alfred Austin. Acorns fallen swallows troop for flight, and hope matured slow mellows to regret, and autumn pressed the winter for his depth, drops leaf on leaf till she be gathered quite. Should then the crescent moon's unselfish light gleam up the sky just as the sun doth set, a brightening gaze for day and dark hath met, prolongs the gloaming hearts of night. So fair young life, new risen upon mine, just as it owns the eldest of decay, and fancy's fire should pale and pass away, my menaced glory takes a glow from wine. The deepening sun of my day, over for dawn delays my decline. When I am gone by Alfred Austin. When I am gone, I pray you shed no tears upon the grassy bed, which you have loved as late under the wind-warped yew tree's shade. That no sombre pomp prepare my unreturning journey where, No wailing words, no dirges deep disturb the quiet of my sleep, but tender maidens, robed in white, who have not yet forgotten quite the love I sought, the love I gave, with the salmonas around my grave. And neither then nor after raise the bust of pride, the slip of praise to him who, having sinned and striven, now only asks to be forgiven, but he is gone. When I am gone, you must not deem that I am served as I seem from all that still enchains you here throughout the long revolving year. When, as the winter's barren show, the tides of spring return once more, awakened by their flashing showers, the woodland foams afresh with flowers, steady forth and ramble wide, I shall walk silent at your side, shall watch your mirth, shall catch your smile, shall wander with you all the while, as in many a bygone spring you could call and owls sing. When you homeward went along, a land all blithe with bleating song, the lambs that skip and larks that soar, make this old world seem young once more, and the wildwood flowers that fill your April laps, like shelf and sill, I should be there to guide your hand, and you would surely understand. I am not gone. When summer leans on autumn's arm, and warm round grange and red-roofed farm is piled away and thatched with stack, and swallows droop and fieldfares peck, and round rough trunk and knotted root lies thick the freshly fallen fruit. Among the orchard ales you muse on what we gain, what we lose. No vernal cares no more annoy, and wisdom takes the place of joy. I should be there, as in past years, to share your steps, to dry your tears, to note the autumn days have brought feelings mature and mellow thought, with fruitful grief for our smart, the ripeness of human heart. And when the winds wax rude and loud, and winter weaves the starkiest shroud, as round the flickering household blaze, you sit and talk of vanished days, of parent, friend, and long and nigh, and laughs within the churchyard lie, and lips grow weak and lids grow wet, when I shall be with you yet, though I seem gone. When, in the long run avenues of thought, by Alfred Austin. When, in the long drawn avenues of thought I halt, and look before me and behind, and seek what erst all too little sought, some spot secure of rest I do not find. Retrace my steps I dare not, lest each nook I late reject me now in sweetest hours, restlessly forsook, my mobile prone, the leaf edge too low, so to the untrod distance to a strain, which seemed even further to extend, desiring oft an irritable pain, premature sleep, would bring that settled end, when I shall know it all or else forget, with far too little which for mortal fret. When the reaper lays the sickle by Alfred Austin. And the reaper lays the sickle by, and taketh down the flail, when all we prize and all we planned is ripe and stored at last, and autumn looks across the land and ponders on the past. Why England is conservative by Alfred Austin. Because of our dear mother, the fair past, on whom twin hope and memory safely lean, from whose fostering wisdom none shall wean their love and faith shall last. Mother of happy homes and empire vast, of hamlets meek and many a proud demness, blue spires of cottage smoke among woodlands green, and comely altars when no stone is cast. And shall we barter these for gaping throne, dismantled towers, mean plots without a tree, a herd of hints too equal to be free, greedy of others, jealous of her own, and, where sweet order no breaths cadences tone, envy and hate and all uncharity? Banish the fear, for infamy to yield, the folly what to force had been denied, or in the senate quail before the tide, should have stamped and wrote it in the field. What vow no more we brandish sword and shield, reason's keen blade is ready at our side, many brains and wisdom panoplied, can foil the shafts that treacherous sophists wield. The spirit of our fathers is not quelled. Weapons valid even as vows were bore, domain, throne, alpha, still may be upheld, so disdain, as they disdained of yore, a foreign frothed foams against our shore, only by its white cliffs to be repelled. Wherefore chime sweet and safely your village bells, and rustic chancels, woe to reverent prayer, and wise and simple to the pork repair, round which death slumbering dreamlike heaves and swells. That hound and horn, in wintry woods and dells, make jocund music, though the boars be bare, and whistling yoke guide his gleaming share, hard by the homes where gentle lordship dwells. Wherefore sit high enthroned on every hill of forty, and laugh on every vale. Nor old tradition foretime the tale of lowly valour led by lofty will, and though the throats of envy rage and rail, we fair proud fair England still. Why should I from this long and losing strife by Alfred Austin? Why should I from this long and losing strife, and summoned to depart, halt half afraid? Death's full quittance of the debts of life, discharging the account though still unpaid, Who is it that can say he still half-mad friendships just claim duty's punctual call? How little do we give for what we get, and but for death we should be bankrupts all. For loan of life riches but compound, last prices gift we but repay in part. Be guard and bear balance would be found, if all we are were honored by the heart. Die, and the land so deep would forget, nay, for defrauded, when deep bears the debt. Winter violets by Alfred Austin. Here sad flowers of wintry weeping wet, dews of the dark would drench the violet. Thus over here, whom death yet more endears, nature and man together blend their tears.